You're jamming with the hottest disc jockey.
DJ Dork Genius.
Be sure to send your music and beats over to ThatDorkyReviewShow at gmail.com.
I gotta do it for the clip. When I woke up, I knew I was a shit. Yeah, I used to make it flip. Now I'm on planes and my watch don't tick. I had to turn the heat up like I'm cooking up a brick. And the ones who used to know me, they just wishing I was slip. I'm spitting out the barrels and words like a clip. Say it once, got meticulous, working out the mix. Your bitch drive clutch, got it working on the shift. Been about my bucks, I've been working on my chips. And you'll never get a dime, not even when I'm rich. I had a couple demons trying to put me in a ditch. It's crazy where you come from, and people start to judge you. When shit go down, you gon' find out who love you. And yeah, you wasn't there when I was going through the shakes. Now you wanna be here when I'm getting to this cake. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. And now I pray to God that all gangsters go to heaven. I swear my life changed when I was talking to the Reverend. And my grandma told me keep my head up and count my blessings. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. And now I pray to God that all gangsters go to heaven. I swear my life changed when I was talking to the Reverend. And my grandma told me keep my head up and count my blessings.
In a baby back, heavy gas. Take a heavy track, loop the beat, Betty spaz. Light fast, let a niggas Betty crash. Bet I won't tunnel vision for the task. I'm iller than half of the niggas you think you finna get. Let's venovate. Free verse for who? What do I benefit? No back and forth, but I serve you pussy niggas like Wimbledon. Serena know these verses from Venus, nigga. I mean this shit. Mine on another planet, they don't understand it. You know you getting money when you gotta ban it. Facts. Have some to send it high, some for a safety landing. Facts. I'd rather give 100 for I'm taking chances. I'm bigger dog, I go at your bigger boss. Push it in a figure four, the reason I'm that nigga, y'all. Pop, pick 'em off, rubber stop, get 'em gone. Spin his block, make it short, wouldn't even take you long.
I'm a little dog, but I'm quick and ambitious.
We got 7 minutes till we officially start the show.
From where the police never finding the witness, reward to get out.
Let's go to the countdown.
They threw him the book of quarter till I
share the stream, hit that like button, tagging artists.
Where houses get shot up and spouses go missing, and all that's what's wrong with me. Now got me tripping. Lost about a homicide. I got it on me, that's gon' ride. Trying to do right, but they pushing. He must got a problem looking at me crooked. Should I go wait for him off in the bushes and raise up the heat to his head and start cooking? I got the clip full to keep pulling. Then the judge give me years in each one of them bullets. Bang, 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 ooh wee. I've been ducking, dodging from the demons in my mind, but more is always on the way. Type of thoughts I'm having, have to put on at me, never get to see the light of day. Standing on the edge and all I see is red. I hope somebody's still praying for me. I don't give sympathy. Pain, 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 go away. Yeah, pain, 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 go away. Yeah, pain, 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 go away. Yeah, pain, 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 go away.
Download. Try to get one more.
Send that fire to my email. It's ThatDorkyReviewShow@gmail.com.
I swear I don't know, but I'll keep on trying.
Appreciate the follow.
And keep holding on. Been losing my grip on reality. Yeah. Feel like I live in a fantasy. Yet to be labeled a champion. But feel like these rappers can't handle me. I am the chosen one, Anakin. And you like a Sith on the Ambien. I promise I'm gunning for all of you, just like a priest for a boy at the Vatican. He's going mad again. He's back in his bag again. With every line that he spit, we frozen in time like a mannequin. Flow be so sick, it's a pathogen. I stay on point like a javelin. My power not even at maximum, we not the same. We are an antonym. Up high. Download.
Share it up, tag an artist,
but I came in too slow.
Or producer,
why life so cold?
Or band if you think they deserve to be heard.
But I'll keep on trying and keep holding on.
Okay.
Been slipping on keeping my sanity. Yeah. I feel a great deal of apathy. Yeah. These numbers ain't nothing but vanity. And fame ain't nothing but tragedy. I did not think of the gravity. I get to that money's been hammered in. It got me on 10 like Hamilton. Dead presidents on me like Jacqueline. Wow. He's going mad again. He's back in his bag again. With every line that he spit, we frozen in time like a mannequin. I made this song on accident. I hit record and start rapping then. Something took over my body, didn't know what was happening. It felt like a Ouija board Ableton.
Let's go. Blue honey's on me, love with them.
We got 4 minutes, 48 seconds.
43, you know I took. I'm throwing money.
Till we officially start, we're just going through the countdown, making sure the sound works on all our platforms. That's what's up.
When you throw a whole lot of money.
Appreciate you.
Pissed off. We go B544. A big dog,
your patience.
Yeah, it's a party every time, you know I pop out. Walk up in the spot, I might just rock out with my Glock out. We got plenty sticks, if you walk up, you might get shot down. Diamonds on my neck and wrist flooded, call it bust down. Put the bag up, you know I had to get another one.
All these are artists who have sent to the show over time.
Partner told me clip it, made a trip, well that's another one. Has been coming in, you know we taxing, know we busting them. Bitch, no she is skeeter, I got the park, Derek Jeter. Clutch that 9, I keep that heater, like to argue, Martin Jean. I just be focused, getting money, make it rain up in the club, I'm throwing hundreds, call me big dog.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Appreciate that gift.
Keep the Glock 43, you know I took it. I'm throwing money classic heat cause I don't trust it.
What you say, yo?
544, big dog. We can throw a whole lot of money, pissed off. It goes B544, a big dog. I was broke, now I'm going up.
Please send your records to ThatDorkyReviewShow@gmail.com or get ready to die. Ha 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 ha.
Know the difference between me and the others out here. With me and my brothers out here. Gotta look out for those undercover out here. Who claim that they love you out here. Even close ones play the opponent out here. So you gotta stay focused out here.
3 minutes, y'all. 3 minutes.
In case you don't notice out here. This music only meant for a few. Let's be clear. See the difference with being passive who manage under pressure. To a coward who claim power to flex up, remain relevant regardless of who was next up, and still keep it sick no matter whether the temperature. It's crazy to think that Jay changed. It's a shame what people would do as a competitor. Out here they will set you up, flip to get their fetty up. Over little fame so quick to make you ante up. My survivor skills know this live while you're still, cause they hold still the trusted field, the target kill. Out here you gotta be strong-willed. Now a Teflon don't even work to be a shield. Also overrate real, but I give them a different feel. Cause the minute I get my spill, they judging the written skills. But I keep it pushing, Ruth frame of mind like Ozark. Cause out here, if you ain't built to build, you can fall apart. Cause what you're calling art is stick figure pictures, while my scriptures give you visuals with principles to play your part. To sum it up, I'm just different. Who you kidding out here with a hard exterior but with a soft heart? Know the difference between me and the others out here.
Newcomers on the show.
With me and my brothers out here. Gotta look out for those undercover out here.
We'll let you know how things work as soon as we start.
Out here, even close ones play the opponent.
We got 2 minutes.
Out here, so you gotta stay focused. Out here, spitting game just in case you don't notice. Out here, this music only meant for a few.
I'm in the mood, I ain't acting cool, always been straight. Mine on the power and money, that's all I intake. They all gon' put on personas so they can get paid, but fuck it, I ain't tripping. Bitches always gon' do bitch things. It went from bad to worse to capping verses on the trends. Watching my magic work, this havoc lurking awfully
Appreciate the likes on this side. I see
they call me a threat. He said he bagging birds, come back and turn one off.
We also live on YouTube and Twitch.
Who the hell y'all gon' talk to, dog? You in the lead wrong, ain't even seen I walk through, dog. Claimed he with it, I peeped him and they seemed all too soft. No falling back on his skidded, cause them words far too lost. Been in the mode, so I ain't hitting around it. I'm doing God's work, but I ain't on no mission about it. I keep it calm first, so I don't hear 'em bitching about it. I see you all hurt, probably end up bitching without it. I had some big dreams since 15, I kept working up. Instincts gon' hit me.
1 minute, 10 seconds, y'all.
Me, then that means that she's working, riding in sync. Wave 6 feet, she keeps surfing, surfing.
We got 1 minute till we officially start the show. Independent artists, producers, and bands. If you have music, send it into my email, ThatDorkyReviewShow@gmail.com.
Money don't grow on trees, my nigga. I ain't never had a lick of shade. Now I gotta up my fees, my nigga. About time I be getting paid. Don't you wanna get that cheese, my nigga? I be laughing to the bank. Money don't grow on trees, my nigga. I ain't never had a lick of shade. They do dirt on my name. Try to call me insane. Try to make me a slave, but I am not playing. I'm not with the games. Mama told me to pray, so I prayed every day. But I put that on God. If I don't get paid, I'm letting it spray.
I said I'm back in this bitch, finna go back to back in this bitch. Chugga, Amtrak on your bitch. They got Mellow McLean and Boss Wood on the same song. Watch how I act on this shit, it's a robbery. Don't try to mix it with poverty, no. This got a cinnamon twist. UPS package got shipped off today. Whoa, I had the cinnamon sticks lurking. We got a bone to pick. Adam, control your ribs. I want my empire built on the pasta feast. Flexing my ownership. I don't know nothing about throwing the next nigga shade. I will not go on that limb. I got the gang with me, and I got silence to keep on the field.
You are jamming with the hottest disc jockey. DJ Dork Genius.
Be sure to send your music and beats over to ThatDorkyReviewShow@gmail.com.
Bots, share the stream.
Appreciate that. Appreciate. sleep when I'm yawning, waking up when alone, I'm seeing blue and orange. People follow me to school and copy me until I stop and put my music on. I'm just crawling like a zombie, gnawing on a Nazi, probably in his uniform. Born identity, homie, you've been warned. My brain is soaring like a unicorn. All right, here we freaking go, man. You already know what it is. Welcome to That Dorky Review Show. I'm your host, Nonsenze, aka Dork Genius, aka Chris Nonsenze, aka your mama's favorite dork, aka your dork for hire, aka El Dorky Corbón, aka Dorquizo 15, aka your mama's favorite. Honestly, I forgot. I got lost somewhere in the middle. Pretty much, I rap, I produce, I mix and master. I have been doing this show for the past 5+ freaking years, reviewing and reacting to independent artists, records, beats, and bands music. Like, y'all already know what it is. Y'all can send music videos, live performances, as well as records. The only rules we have: don't send anything industry related. So if you're basically making a song to a record by like Kendrick or Drake or something like that, it does affect the streams on certain platforms that we are on and stuff like that. So, you know, work with independent producers, produce something yourself or something like that. Or if you're remixing a known industry artist song, in most cases, make sure that you work with another producer to like remix it, to like add some extra flavor, change the tempo, you know what I'm saying? If basically the algorithm picks it up like you're just rapping to the instrumental, they'll look at it like, you know, we're just literally playing the same song, and they'll either cut it, block it, flag it, mute it, you know what I mean? Different things like that. It's completely free to submit to our show. You just either will pay to get played if you want to be played quicker, or if you want that guaranteed full freaking play. If you might not know if your record, you know, to some people might be ass sauce with cheese or whatnot. We basically rate everything on a 1 to 10 scale. If I see a bunch of people hashtagging Dorky, don't play that in the chat. They're basically saying they want to cut the record off a lot sooner. Like, you know, you already know, like, just the performances got to be way too crazy. The mixes, you know, different things like that. We'll sort of get to it as we go to. But if I do see skips that come through, those will be safe in the, you know what I'm saying, bubble. You'll get played quicker. There's also these skipping clips, which allow me to record the full review and reaction to your record on our platform. So, you know, up to you on what y'all want to freaking do or whatnot. And again, once again, it's 100% free to submit. Just wait patiently, or if you want to get played quicker, hit that up and stuff like that. I think that's about it. Everything should be accepted outside of Tidal and Apple Music. I don't have accounts with those, so it would either not play or end up playing a snippet. So y'all want to make sure y'all get the right thing in. Let me see who we got first so we can ride on up. Let me see, Pi G. And for those that are wondering if your submission did come through, always recheck your email in about 20 seconds after sending. If you don't get a confirmation email, try to resend again. But in most cases, it always does get there. Let me make sure I'm just putting this in the right. All right. Said not done yet. We'll see what's up. Said I don't like the hook, or might keep it or have some. We'll see what's up. What up, Rod the Rich? Oh, baby, baby. Might be the short. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's all you gonna give us. I mean, well,
let's talk about it first, right? Overall, obviously, it's short with what we have right now. It's a little bit of a snippet. You know, it does have a vibe that I think people, you know, will, you know, rock with. Reminds me of a little bit of Pharrell, you know, mixed with something else. I can't put my finger on it, but it's, you know, a blend of genres. It doesn't feel like it's mixed yet, though, obviously, right? We want the good clarity on the vocals and the right effects to just bring out the vocals and what you know, they should sound like. But overall, I didn't mind the sort of like performance, right? I did want to hear more. I feel like if you're gonna make it a snippet, like actually fade it out, you know what I'm saying? Fade it in, fade it out, you know, it's like giving people a taste of it. But even in today's standards, I always feel like, you know, they only give us a very small, you know, taste of what the record is. And, you know, I don't know whether or not, you know, they help, depending on, like, maybe in the act of, if you add a snippet with a visual on certain social platforms, but like the way that people used to do it, where they would add like a snippet at the, you know, maybe as a bonus at the end of their album, or with a certain, you know, mixtape or something like that. I always feel like there's, you know, there's a little bit more that we can freaking do or whatnot. As a matter of fact, like, because so many people can basically listen to our music for free, right? Like, we have to do a lot more work as an artist if we really want people to, you know, shell out the cash to like support us, you know, as that artist or whatnot, right? We cannot expect people to want to pay like upwards of $50, $60, $100, you know, a seat for to see us live if we're gonna rap to our vocals all over the record, for example. You know what I'm saying? It's like, start being a professional at all levels. It comes to the performance, the amount of song that you do, what you do live, and, you know, with the video as well, with the more professional that people can see that you take yourself, they know where their money is going to be going, right back into sort of you being able to keep that alive, and, you know, in most cases keep it independent right now, right? A lot of you guys are not signed. You're still trying to, you know, see what you could potentially make that'll go viral, get big, you know, build an album, an audience, all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate that. They have an It's Corn. It's corn. I'm waiting for the inevitable video where that kid, you know, makes a skit on YouTube or something like that, with like how just he ran his whole life, just people gave him corn for free, and then he eventually got tired of it because people were sending it to him. Everything that he was trying to get from places, even if it was normal, they were putting corn in it or making corn flavored things. He just couldn't get away from it. Like, there's a dope, you know, skit in there, you know what I'm saying, with that. And let's see, shout out to freaking J Man. And have you started reviews? Yes, we just reviewed the first song, which was very short. It came and went. It was very short. We're gonna jump on back into the line and see what is up next. Let's see what we got real quick. Hold up. Let me see what's on the next wave. Stinks. I feel like that's not it. OG 2 times. Let's see. Is this a video? It's either a video or just a piece of audio, but a video file. So we'll see what's up. Is it a music video though, or just like a video file? I'm trying to figure out whether or not I need to turn you guys around to the TV, or if it's just a video file and that's it. I think it's just a video file though, from what I can see, like the album cover. Okay, let's throw this in Windows Media. Official bad girl. Whenever it decides to load up. It's gonna make me throw this in here and then it's gonna mess up my freaking thing. Let me see. As it was loading. Yeah, no actual video. It's all good. Let me see if it's actually gonna. Nope. Okay. I'll just try to load it in here. Nope. See, I knew it was gonna do that. All right. Let's jump to this side. Here we go. 1 to 10, and then our feedback is welcome. Again, OG 2 times featuring Miriam. Bad girl.
Oh yeah. Say you're a bad girl who can show you how to do some love. Oh, say you're a bad girl that's gonna show real nigga real love. Oh, say you're a bad girl who get nasty if you need some. Oh, say you're a bad girl, but a bad girl doesn't need none. I like the way you look. I like the way you look at me. Might give a nigga some. Might let him put it down for me. Might let him show me some. He wanna go to mouth for me. Might make a nigga run back to wherever he came. He's seen a red flag coming like this. I'ma drive him insane. He don't want a bad bitch. He just want a trophy on the wall. He can brag on. Roll in the check. Give him something that can gag on. Pent up. Trying to find a horse that I can ride on. Put it in the song. You be going like an hour. Hit me next day. Leave a message at the dial tone. Oh yeah. Say you want a bad girl who can show you how to do some love.
So is this considered more of like a remix? Did you build the vocals? I mean, did you build the production around the vocals? Or make the production, get her on it?
Say you want a bad girl, but a bad girl doesn't need none.
A lot of time when you can go up and if you thing and you know you're gonna win. So building it like after the fact, man, that's what's up.
Everybody don't know what you did when you come with me as you be happy.
All right. Decent little, situation freaking there or whatnot, right? Anytime you have any vocals, especially melodic, like that, it's always dope because you can take it into so many different, lanes, whether you as a producer kind of remix them and, make it like faster, slower, sort of like, changing the tempo and just, making sort of different mixes, right? Because we'll always hear them, most of the time, like on the radio or a part of, DJ sets where they either use original artists or known artists, vocals and sort of throw things in there. And, the crowd will always, be impressed depending on, what they do. The production in terms of the sounds that you added were very, subtle. There might be still a few elements that I would have done, just to bring the clarity out, mix wise. But in terms of, the structure, everything that I would have, done is there. It's 2 minutes and 22 seconds so far. I don't mind the time. Usually things like this run from, it would run from this record into the next one, on beat, like, a little bit of a dance kind of mix situation. So not bad. Yeah, appreciate that, bro. Appreciate that. And then everybody's from, OG, man. That's another thing. You said Jersey remix, right? And that's the other thing. For producers, like you who are in a little bit of a different lane, always put out there that you're willing to work with, other artists in all lanes and stuff like that. Cause I know I'm a producer and rapper and mix engineer, myself. You know, I absolutely love doing that same thing, sort of taking vocals, building something, you know, new and or original, you know, around them. But for you, it's even better when you're sort of in that completely, you know, different lane, right? Something that people may have not tried to make themselves, right? You introduce them to a different genre, and vice versa, you know, your audience as well. So he said, love, bro, I'm gonna get better. That's what's up. That's what's up. You know what I'm saying? And Rob was like, I agree. Dork Squad, man, was freaking good. He said vocals need a cleaner mix, you know, sounds like an overlay, and 7 on that in terms of the score. You know what I'm saying? Not bad. Any love, I'm gonna get better, man. Yeah, make that happen, man. Make that happen. Yeah. Let me make sure we don't gotta skip, so we can hop back in a free line right about now.
Yo, Nonsense and Sir Mike, this song's gonna burn like some hot sauce from hot ones in your eyes. Birdman will talk to an actual bird like I'm gonna chew through this beat like a termite. Don't make me put you where actual worms lie. Don't like my old shit, I'm thinking you were high. Like me when I'm looking down at a bird's eye view. And I'm cool, better act like you surprised. Head to McDonald's, I'm about to steal your prize.
Alright, we got Babyface Nelson with Elapsed. Let's see if this one automatically plays or if it's gonna throw. Hold on.
Sit back, relax, got the eyes detached. Took a break from that bitch, but guess what? Relax. Took my mule to my jeweler, thought my time was last. And I don't care what you say, man, these Ray-Bans can't see past. How'd you feel inside?
That was kind of low.
Bet you feel alright. How'd you feel inside? I can see it in your eyes, you was outside. Mamacita, mamacita, yeah. Green Reaper in arena.
I'm trying to imagine it like with a better mix.
I'm a puro, Thunderito. Bad bitches, sad bitches, mad bitches. I got all the bad bitches, sad bitches, mad bitches. I got all the bad bitches singing. Sit back, relax, got the eyes detached. Took a break from bad bitch, but guess what?
Everybody now.
And I don't care what you say, man. These Ray-Bans can't see.
Everybody now.
Relax, got the eyes detached. Took a break from
I almost hit that button.
Relax, took my mule to my jeweler. Thought my time was elapsed. And I don't care what you say, man. These Ray-Bans can't see.
I almost hit that Dorky, don't play that. Just cause you know, often you want to know like how much work needs to be done to, you know, your records. You know, I almost hit it just cause like it was kind of hard to hear what you were saying and stuff like that. Like your vocals were initially muffled a little bit behind the production. Like you kind of put a pillow over your face and then tried to record the song. And so, you know, but I was kind of imagining, I was like, if this was a well mixed, you know, Migos-esque, you know, kind of song or whatnot, if it was professional and sort of we're hearing the performance, you know, with the right, you know, energy and you know, imagining it as a live performance and stuff like that, right? It has some potential, but like, you know, what I want to always remind you guys about is thank you for coming to shows like mine at all, because we hope that you will get some of that feedback and then go back in, make those changes, and sometimes re-record records if you need to, just to make sure that you get the right performance and stuff like that. And then only when it's ready, release, you know, the record on the bigger platforms and do videos and stuff like that. There are some artists who will literally they'll do just this, right, where it's not ready yet, we can sort of like tell, we can hear some of the potential, but they'll still take that, do the video, put it on all platforms, and it's a little bit moving, you know, backwards. some of you guys, and you'll hear it throughout the night as well, but some of you guys, you know, tend to try to cut a lot of corners. You'll record yourself a lot, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but when you do that, you don't get to hear all the things that everybody else is going to hear as soon as you release that record, right? The parts where like, wait, what did he say right there? Or I couldn't understand that because, you know what I mean? We as the engineer, if you're recording with us at a studio, you know, we're going to, can you do that again? You know what I'm saying? Inspire you to sort of like go a little bit harder to have better takes. And if there's something that we think we can do, you know, mix wise, we'll just make that happen. We'll drop the beat in a certain, you know, section or whatnot. But as artists, we know what we are going to say. Everybody else doesn't, right? So we have to sort of have that middle ground at the very least. Like, again, if you're going to record yourself, sort of have that dialogue with, you know, different people just to try to see, you know, what else needs to be done to get it back to that, you know, professional level, and you should be cool. Liquid said, mix needs a lot of work, you know what I'm saying? Volume isn't balanced, 4.6. Agreed, you know what I'm saying? Explicit, what's up, man? I see your email, so I'll be working on it soon. And then letting you know, I sent my second, so yep, I got you, man, I got you. And then let me see what you say. He said the song sounds better than most of what you play, you know what I'm saying, on here and so like that. Listen, we only played one or two records, man, you know what I'm saying? And you said I really love that one, you know what I'm saying, for real. Let me see, was that also fire emoji or was that for the last one? Yeah, that's fire emoji as well. And then let's jump back in the free line once again.
Be sure to send your music and beats over to ThatDorkyReviewShow at gmail.com.
All right, Rob, we got you up. You sent a SoundCloud. Let's go ahead and drag this link onto the side. Drag this link onto the side. And this is a GAF. Hold on. See if I can close this.
I seen damn start to fold up just like lawn chairs. Under no pressure at all, that's why I don't really trust no at all, yeah. I seen way too many people turn their back on me just to try to double back, like damn right now you ballin'. I've been trying to tell everyone since day one. Now I am the one that's gonna make it out of here, out of atmosphere. I don't really give a fuck, I know how to face my fears. Tried to count me out so many times that shit counted up. Use that shit as motivation. Now I'm in a foreign swing and my best swing hit that corner. Whoa, my best swing hit that corner. Whoa, hey, shout out to all the people that's tapped in. All the people that want to hate me, man. I don't really give a fuck. I just be making music because I love it. You know, well,
he just vibing out, man. So this has potential. I do want it to be a lot better than what I am hearing now. I will be honest. Cause like that beat is dope as hell, bro. It's close to something that that if you had like the right performance, you know what I'm saying, the right song too, could be that sort of soundtrack, you know, record. That sort of one that's put in the trailer of Stranger Things or something like that as they're walking away from their, you know, defeating whatever monster or some shit like that. Vibes are there. This one had a slight clearer mix than that, you know, last one at the very least. You know, but still, right, has issues with the, you know, mix. And you know, it does feel more or less, again, half and half, like you maybe freestyling most of it. A lot of you guys do that this era. Like, it's nothing new, but I gotta let you know, every single time that when you do that, when you do it in that way, I feel like you don't really make the best songs, because you're not writing with the same or the best structure, because everything is coming off top. Maybe there's too many punch-ins, I'm saying, here and there, that will happen as you're putting together the record. But when you really listen to the beat, really try to write things, because you're still gonna have to write it anyway, right, at the end of the day. I want you guys to imagine any of your favorite artists. If there are other artists that are in your genre specifically that you would, on my deathbed, I would hope to have at least made a song with these artists. You know what I mean? For those artists, imagine them doing a cover of your song, a remix or something, right? Where they're sort of taking the same melodies, the same performance, and trying to put that down. If you can feel like it would be, something, again, whether it's Chris Brown, Mariah Carey, I don't care, SZA, you could name anybody, but like the best records, period, have always been able to be remade by another artist, and they'll still have the spirit of the original record in there, the flavor, the melodies, and then they'll try to take it a little bit in their direction. But when you've done that perfect performance, I think it'll be there. I do want you to really work on this one. It's a little bit different, right? I do like when the more melodic auto-tune centric artists kind of do records to the more sampled beats, because it's a little bit it's not necessarily that pure freaking hip-hop, but it's closer to something that would get accepted there with the right performances or whatnot, right? It really depends on each individual. What do you say? Send a beat in. That's what's good. I see you over there on the Twitch side. What's up? Just a heads up, man, because different people will see things on different platforms and be like, why does Restream keep saying stuff? So Restream, for you guys on both Twitch and YouTube, Restream will relay the chat from both sides to let you know what each side is saying. So when you see Restream saying something, usually you'll see that person's name right next to it as well. And just so you'll know you're not lonely or just seeing robots talking. It's real. It's real, man. It's real. All right, let's get back in to the lineup. What was the time? I didn't even look at that one too. 1 minute and 47 seconds or whatnot, you know what I'm saying? I gotta see how I would feel with an even better performance to know whether or not I would want that extended to that, that full, 3 minutes. But again, I feel that there is potential, and stuff. Let me see. We're going back in the free line again. Lay low. The rap is here.
This is what
Did I see a skip? Philosopher.
Force meets an
Is that a skipping clip? I thought it was gonna be a 2-song. I got you. I got you. Let me get that ready while I play this.
The lights is bright, city big, what it do? Don't get it misconstrued, nigga, cause I don't fuck with you. I ain't running up with you, bread, I ain't touching you. Lay low, they grow up to a dog from a pup with you. So tell me who the fuck is you? Need to get little, man, for this hot thing pump of you. And you're making me uncomfortable. And the situation get real sticky. Sticky situation. Shit, wait till they get a load of this backdraft. Setting fire to all these lab rats, niggas mad at who? Ain't no hashtag, this collar's getting snatched fast. Taking me there and making a nigga have a flashback. Mix is fucked up, I was getting laughed at. Even though niggas know my raps require gas mask. And for you to act fast, duck when this strap blast. Everywhere you turn, you seen his bottom of the map ass. Let me let the track breathe a bit. Yeah, my nigga, he the shit. 600 degrees with this. Might as well believe in this. Or jail, you teething it. Fed you all these scripts, but ain't no way you niggas eating shit. Scratch when I'm receiving it. Glass whenever he commits. Coming through my throat, and my tonsils stay bleeding. Crib, man, that's gospel. I'm a monster with this beat and shit. Lalo came and conquered, melting niggas with this heat quick. I was unaware that you pussies needing pap smears. It's neither here nor there, just know that the rap is here. The slap's here, bottom of the map is here. Perhaps it's clear, you niggas all caps this year. Why you niggas hollering that gangsta shit? That's neither here nor there, just know that the slap is here. I ain't gon' lie, man, I really don't believe it. The rap's here, bottom of the map, it's a rap. Told you that I rap, cuz love to entertain. Catch me on stage with a mic spitting game. As I proceed to buck 'em, 5 deuce, both trade. The bows hugging the curb, so it's fuck 'em. Yeah, fuck 'em. And I'm signing and stunting, and you niggas lying in front, and these bitches crying and hunting. For what? For a real nigga to try 'em and dump 'em. So what you gon' do, man? So I tried one, dump one. Nah, I'm lying. I tried a few, a bunch of, a tall one, a short one, that's nothing. A black one, a skinny one, a plump one. And these scripts, they like hollow points. I dump one off in your body, man. I'm arrogant and cocky, man, and for good reason. What's the reason? These sucker niggas is out of style, it's GCs. Talk to me. I was unaware that you pussies needing pap smears. It's neither here nor there.
You still working on the
rap is here. The slap's here, bottom of the map is here. Perhaps it's clear, you niggas all caps this year.
The Zodiac Signs album.
That's neither here nor there, just know that the slap is here. I ain't gon' lie, man, I really don't believe it. The rap's here, bottom of the map, it's a rap,
It's a rap and shit, matter of fact, I don't even know what to do with like half of this freaking shit when I also know that there's jokes that I can't freaking tell, but nobody would probably ever laugh at it. Alright, 3 minutes, 22 seconds, man, not bad. Appreciate the overall freaking time. Got in there, straight rapped, right? And, you know, every time you send a song, I get into the same, you know, spiel of, you know, just you really sounding like you. And I don't think I ever hear anybody like really trying to compare you to anyone. So you have your own, you know, style. You don't really rap to type beats, so I appreciate that as well. Gives you, you know, that little bit of, you know, extra edge. You just have to get the, you know, mixes more on point. And you know, this is not necessarily the worst, you know, mix or whatnot. I've heard things that needed a ton more work or whatnot, but I can see you you know, slowly getting there, you know, over time. So keep that up. You know, maybe a little bit of a video for it. Not my favorite song, you know, from you. I will still say that as well, but you know, just mix wise, it is a little bit you know, better, and I did feel like you did your thing. Give me a second, because we will be throwing in a skip and clip real quick. That is a paid skip, but it's also recorded. If you guys have seen those, essentially on my like TikTok, YouTube, you know, IG, and so on. That's usually how you get you know, those. You will see some coming throughout you know, next month as well. And any skipping clips that are put in this month will drop this month for sure. So let me just load this one in right quick. Name wise, do that. And also let me add the actual amount. And then we come over here and we press the record button.
And then Nonsense will always be rapping these verses. Everyone told me get back in the circus. Everyone out doesn't rap with a purpose. This isn't real, man, I'm actually nervous. Aliens out here attacking the surface, shooting the schools and attacking the churches. Nothing we're doing is actually working. Look, Miley Cyrus is actually twerking. This is absurd and I'm always observing. I listen to words and I quick lift a turd and throw it in the dirt. And I sit on the curb and talk shit to a bird. I'm simply a nerdin'. Clearly I'm black, I'm not German, I'm urban. Movie there. Anyways, you already know what it is, man. We are now watching and listening to the skip and clip of Philosopher with
Pisces and stuff like that, man. Let's go ahead and see what this is. Give it a 1 to 10. Any and all feedback is, of course, welcome in the chat and comments.
Everybody trying to be just like me. Already got the vision, I follow my intuition, but I'm wishing they can see what I see. Life is like a dream, I'm teetering in between reality and the world it might be. Disrupted by anything unsightly. Cross me and I don't take that lightly. Don't try me, cause I see precisely. Eyes of a Pisces. I'm extracting your toxins, switching the POV from the shoes that you walked in, bleeding with empathy from the moment you walked in. I feel that for real from the way you talking, so let's talk about it. I'm a soul trying to find a way to walk around it. The afterlife like a body with a chalk around it. It's all the style and the way that the feelings blow out like a water fountain. Too fluid, I'm adapting, mutable, suitable for anything that can happen. Like water I drip of the unmatchable fashion, taking a sip like blood of the everlasting. I'm casting out all the illusion, dispelling the spell, the cause of all the confusion, imagination, the elevated delusions, reality, the dreams, then we fuse it. Better grip tight, but you might just. Everybody trying to be just like me. Already got a vision, I follow my intuition, but I'm wishing they can see what I see. Life is like a dream, I'm teetering in between reality and the world it might be. Disrupted by anything unsightly. Cross me and I don't take that lightly. Don't try me, cause I see precisely. Eyes of a Pisces. People be giving off of their energy, nah. Sometimes that's how the truth is protecting me, I'm seeing through who you all pretend to be, Too much of you that I've been neglecting because I'm so sacrificing. How can I help you live if I'm always down? Who gonna save my life when the water rising? Who gonna hold my hand when I need some guidance? The void is silence, I'm finding that lately I just need to take care of me. A little self-love, self-care, and some therapy. Cause lately I've been looking just a little too unfair to me. I'm learning to believe in what could be, so just bear with me. This clarity, I need to look inside for a change. Looking outside, man, the world seems strange. Got a lot of pieces that we need to rearrange. I've been following the laws of equivalent exchange. Everybody trying to be just like me. Already got a vision, I follow my intuition, but I'm wishing they can see what I see. Life is like a dream, I'm teetering in between reality and the world it might be. Disrupted by anything unsightly. Cross me and I don't take that lightly. Don't try me, cause I see precisely. Eyes of a Pisces. I'ma need all to hold it down.
Once again, this is Philosopher with Pisces.
Highest space activate the crown. Paradise and the lost and found. I'm finding the peace in the place that I'm in. Searching for something I'm finding within. Passing the present, I end it begin. The person I am and the places I've been. Trying to be just like me. Already got the vision, I follow my intuition, but I'm wishing they can see what I see. Life is like a dream, I'm teetering in between reality and the world it might be. Disrupted by anything unsightly. Cross me and I don't take that lightly. Don't try me, cause I see precisely. Eyes, everybody trying to be just like me.
Alright. What do y'all think about that? That was Philosopher. With Pisces, man. Yes, and this has been a journey essentially for him because over like maybe the past, 3 or so, years, maybe two or 3 years and stuff like that, he's been working on a project essentially where each song is themed to a different, zodiac sign. And I said, you know what? That's actually a dope, concept. Because everybody can feel like if you do it right, everybody gets to feel like each one is their theme song, right? If they sort of are into the signs like that, and so I'm definitely interested to see what everything feels like when everything's said and done, just like as a full album, the song order, different things like that. I do recommend that you do actual music videos to these two, even if it takes three more years. Like, listen, just make videos, like do like I'm telling you, put your all into it, make it something grand. I feel like with visuals, right? The reason why I'm trying to push that a little bit more is especially we as reactors, we absolutely love to react to you know, songs that do have, you know, a music video or some kind of, you know, crazy visual with it or whatnot. So if it's a concept visual album, right, you know, even if there are those that, you know, come across one sort of song and then they see that it's connected, you know, it'll be hard for them not to want to be like, oh shit, it's a whole project, let me, you know what I mean? So it really just depends on what you are willing to do. Beat was freaking dope. How you approach, you know, the record, you know what I'm saying, still within your style, and you know what I'm saying, very melodic. Again, I've heard a lot of different stuff from you and a lot of things from, you know, this project. According to him, this was the last one. Right? Been a long road. And I'm kind of wishing that, you know, we would have had skipping clips of each individual, you know, song that you had, you know, sent from it. That way you could sort of couple it into one. But there's always, you know, takeovers, the super mega ultras, you know what I'm saying, different stuff like that. Not bad though. What'd you say? Yeah, I might have to start planning visuals for you. I'm saying do that, make it even doper, whatnot. And then now Liquid said, you know what I'm saying, 5.4 concept isn't you know, clear and stuff like that. Now is that in terms of the song itself, or based off what I, you know, told you in the situation or whatnot? Laylo said nice bridge and this fire. Shout out to Smoke Milan, you know what I'm saying, 2K, what's up, man? And then what do you say to them? It's quite a compliment. And you said early K dot, and then Smoke, you know what I'm saying, Milan, you know what I'm saying, 2K. Let me see, I think we should be freaking good. Let me jump over here and go back in. Hold up, y'all.
Bro, it's 2 in the morning, fell asleep and I'm yawning, waking up on the lawn, I'm seeing blue and orange. People follow me to school and copy me until I stopped and put my music on. I'm just crawling
like a zombie, no, ain't gonna nasty plot. It'll be a whole different one. Alright, so you'll see that one in the next few days. And he said song itself, but I'm understanding better after you explained, you know what I'm saying, what it was doing and stuff like that. Yeah, so essentially, like, obviously, I think, you know, with each zodiac sign, right, you kind of gotta know how each person thinks, acts, and sort of, you know, just any and all kind of, you know, slight side information that you do have, and then those things will come more into fruition or whatnot. But that's why I think bringing the awareness to it is imperative, right? Sort of like the videos, but then also, you know, even skits on the record, like right before each song plays, you could have like some kind of professor kind of explaining, you know, each sign or something like that, or, you know, just something that gives people who don't know, who aren't gonna search just yet or whatnot, that sort of like good, you know, introduction in or whatnot, and then they're able to sort of, you know, analyze it a little bit more. Let me see what's up so we can get back into the line up. All right, Liquid, speaking of which shit, what the fuck, I'm in this fit. All right, let's see. It's Chris Nonsenze.
Hold me tight and keep me close.
Got it.
Baby, let me show you how this goes. If you're my ride or die, that means you gotta roll with me. No matter what could happen, you should know we're better together, I'll never let you feel alone. Things around us might change, but it ain't gonna change the way that I feel about you, that I feel about you. No matter what we face, it ain't gonna change a thing between me and you. so I'm ready for whatever, yeah. They can't buy what we got, we just got it like that. We just got it like that. We just got it, got it, got it, got it. When it's all over,
What up, LB?
love me till the very end, baby. It could happen, so she's ready for whatever, yeah. They can't buy what we got, we just got it like that. We just got it like that. We just got it, got it, got it, got it. Everything we got ain't fancy, yeah, but they still tryna see us. Girl, you know you like dancing. Girl, you like dancing. Come on, girl, come dance with me. What we got is true love now. That don't mean that we perfect.
What up, K
I'ma
Glove?
always love you.
Long time no see.
Girl, you're more than worth it. Things around us might change, but it ain't gon' change the way that I feel about you. That I feel about you. No matter what we face, it ain't gon' change a thing between me and you. When it's all over, I'ma love you till the very end. Anything could happen, so I'm ready for whatever, yeah. They can't buy what we got, we just got it like that. We just got it like that. We just got it, got it, got it, got it. When it's all over, she's gon' love me till the very end, baby. It could happen, so she's ready for whatever, yeah. They can't buy what we got, we just got it like that. We just got it like that. We just got it, got it, got it, got it.
It don't matter what you got, though. People that freaking say that I'm not slow. Also, I don't know what the hell to do, but y'all go freaking too. There's a lot of activity there. A good job. A good. Man, you know what I'm saying? Each record that I do hear from him, you know, hits very nicely, right? You know, and I always end up saying, you know, somewhere along the lines that, you know, he could, you know, definitely write for Chris Brown, right? You know what I'm saying? I feel like Chris has, you know, a lot of songs, you know what I'm saying, within that sort of, you know, style. So we definitely could get in there and, you know, write something, get him on something, open up for, tour with, you know what I mean? And like the harmonizations, right? It's something that not every artist does, right? So I love when one does it so I can point it out to everybody else. Because when I do mention that an artist needs a little bit more flavor, harmonization, more melodies, tones, you know, it's often these records that I'm thinking about that, you know, as the example, right? Just like, you know, going in there, hitting a variation of melodies, as I say, so you're not repetitive and, you know, boring. And, you know, once again, I like the element of, you know, just real music as in that production, because you can imagine it being done freaking live for every artist out there. I think it's something we all really do want. We may not always have access to it, so our artists either end up rapping just to their instrumental or singing to it or the actual record. But like, man, you gotta get in there and stuff like that. You gotta be patient. If you're in the free line, you gotta be patient. We don't read the lineup unless you are in the skip line, and then we'll sort of tell you where you are in that. But right now, we are in the free line completely. All you ever pay with is your time. You know, to try to be as patient as possible. Because again, we've had times where I've tried to do the lineup thing, and then right when I tell you exactly where you're at, 5 people pop up, send a skip, and then what I tell you suddenly becomes a lie to you, because you're in your mind, you're like, I said there are 3 people ahead of you, and then the 5 people that come and send skips suddenly make that untrue. So just try to be patient or skip your line.
Sir Mike, this song's gonna burn like some hot sauce from hot ones in your eyes. Birdman will talk to an actual bird like I'm gonna chew through this beat like a termite. Don't make me put you where actual worms lie. Don't like my old shit, I'm thinking you were high. Like me when I'm looking down at a bird's eye view and I'm cool, better act like you surprised. Head to McDonald's, I'm about to steal your fries. Standing outside.
Let me see. Keep it like that for now, and then roll back in. Then what did Kevin say? He said I'm also on here listening out for the right artist for a hook. Hey, well, did you hear what we just played?
When it's all over, I'ma love you till the very end. Anything could happen.
I'm not gonna run out again. All right, let me see. Lucid is busy. You should be up. So let's go ahead and hit your thing. Hit your thing, yeah. I think this might be a beat. I have no idea what it's gonna do. Sounds like some anime-ish. Kingdom Hearts sample, okay. Kingdom Hearts. You know my mind wants to go in so bad. It's something freaking different that'll happen when you wanna come like to the show and suddenly see me yapping about your song and what your ass did wrong. And a lot of y'all just need to sit up in the chat, hopefully get along, cause people will get mad at like when you don't like the song that you thought that probably was so tight, and you know that you don't write, and you know that you're gon' spite something, and the dog pops up randomly gon' bite you. Know that I won't might just freaking sit here cause I randomly don't write stuff, and I just don't even know if I'm gon' like your song, but I know that I need to make sure that I don't know what to go with this, but it's just cool. Freaking, it's a lot of time when you could see me sit in school, randomly just playing games, saying things people also like. I don't know what he talking about, man. This food is lame. But listen, you could like think the drink will start freaking tasting better while you're freaking playing Kingdom Hearts and you're going through the game and you're thinking you can't say shit. But all of them games, man, they were all on them PlayStations, and one of them up on 3DS. People would be like, listen, if you want to get some drugs, then maybe just go to CVS. But like, they don't have the things that you want, nothing that you can put right in like side of a blunt, man. See, I'm gonna run from anything that I got, and people like, hey dog, you know that I'm not. What's up? Hold on. Hey, yo. I didn't expect to have to freaking freestyle to that. All right. Once again, Margella, 9 Vicious. Okay, I mean, look. Hopefully it's all the artists that you may be collabing with producer-wise, you know what I'm saying, on there. Essentially, you know, production is, you know, nice, a little bit of a sample, more of a cheat code. Like when we don't chop up the beat, right? Slow it down, do the different things, you know, it's a little bit of a cheat code, right? You know what I'm saying? We can get a few points for adding some like more hard-hitting drums to something that makes it a little bit more like rappable, but I do feel like, you know, you again, to sort of flip it up, change it, do that speed switch thing that, you know, we always love doing these days, you know, and stuff like that. Not bad though. Honestly, I would rather, even though I freaking was just rapping and freestyling on it a little bit, I would rather have like a little bit of a singer, you know, with potentially a little bit of a rapper. And in most cases, right, let me give you the thing right now. This is a bit of information that I don't think enough artists get, because I will hear many artists rap on beats that will be samples that like people will know. It could be Aaliyah, it could be, you know, what the Walking Dead, you know, theme or some shit like that. It'll be something that everybody knows, yet the artists, when they get on that track, they don't even acknowledge the sample at all. They'll just kind of rap, say something random, maybe just freestyle, and not acknowledge the reference that they could like. And know that the more references that you have to the thing, the more fans of the thing are gonna champion you, right, as that best artist who, like, you know, remix their favorite, you know, artist song or whatever it is. Like, they are going to be the person to absolutely promote your shit. But if you don't acknowledge that, if your song is only sampling the Walking Dead theme, right, you don't mention zombies, you don't mention Rick, any other characters or situations, right, you're literally missing out on people who would, every time they watch the show, play your song, you know what I'm saying, as they're trying to get pumped up for it. Like, literally, you become the theme song to whatever the thing is. And again, think about the people who are, again, if you're sampling like Aaliyah, right, if you're sampling Aaliyah and you don't say the name of, you know, like her song. Hold on, let me put the banner up for you. You don't say the name of like any of her songs or the thing that it's sampled from, or, you know, like, you got to be creative, play with words or whatnot, right? Make it so every fan is like, yo, y'all gotta hear this, and they start tagging the original artist or something like that. In this case, it's Kingdom Hearts, right? So if the artist goes ham on that, you know, they have a lot of references. You know, maybe a Square will get tagged, you know what I'm saying, and you know, maybe want you to perform at the annual Kingdom Hearts 4 release party. I don't know, man. You know, that's wishful thinking, though. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. And went ahead and said my song. That's what's up. So the email is ThatDorkyReviewShow@gmail.com. You should see it above in the banner or above and below if you guys are watching on our YouTube or Twitch sides. Let me see. What'd you say? Why no one told me that what was once, you know what I'm saying, a 99-cent, you know what I'm saying, double stack from Wendy's is now over $3. And it's been a while since the last look, you know what I'm saying, the receipt from that. Man, listen, if you really want to freaking talk about it, man, there are so many. Listen, inflation, bruh. Inflation. Everything that used to be very much, you know, cheaper, you know, eventually just goes up and up and up. You know, the cost to make things, you know, for a lot of them, you know, becomes more, or they just need to feel like, you know, they're actually making profit and freaking growing or whatnot. Because even sodas, right? I remember, you know, when they were actually like 99 cents and stuff like that, when even before that, you can get like, you know, a can for like 50, 25, you know what I'm saying, cents, 35. Like, they had a lot of good deals, you know, and also they, I think, used real ingredients, you know, back then. Over time, again, they try to figure out how they can cut profit. No, well, not cut profit, but cut spending on, you know, what they've been doing, and see if they can sort of, you know, cut that middleman, make a little bit more money, save some on the other side. It's freaking crazy. Let me see. It's important. I really appreciate the feedback, man. No, listen, do what you do. The other way that you can promote that beat, by the way, is, I mean, you should already know that, but cut footage from Kingdom Hearts, you know, even preferably the scenes that you would hear that you know, that theme from. Cut it to the beat as if it's a music video a little bit. And often, I think, even if you put challenge, right, if you hashtag sort of like challenge in the title, you know, you'll get more people that want to hop on it. Do challenges anyway, you know, producers and artists. If you guys have records that you're really trying to get out there and promote, the best free way to do so has always been like, let me just show people what I'm doing on TikTok or, you know, IG, YouTube real quick. One of those just quick little videos where you leave an open verse for somebody else to do something. We love those, right? It's either gonna be a freestyle, something written, but you'll be able to not only promote that to a lot of people, right, but you'll find the right artist if you are gonna get, you know, a specific type of artist on it, or you know, if you want to do a cipher or you know, whatever, you'll be able to find and promote at the same time. Literally do reactions to those artists who enter, right, and even get your audience in on it. You know, just let them vote on who they think, you know, handled the beat the best, and, you know, go from there. Because every time, again, we are gonna duet with the content, and our audience is gonna see it, right? People in our audience, someone like me, right? I do this show. People in my audience also, you know, come and submit to the show. They're artists. They're gonna see it if I do it. Vice versa, when they do it, they have an audience, and, you know, it just trickles down tenfold. All, by the way, linking back to your plays and stuff like that. So, because everybody has to go back to the original in order to like duet with it. So I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying that. All right, let me get back into the free line. Make sure that we can jump back in there. Appreciate y'all. Thank you for the likes over here on the TikTok. And let's see. First rapper is Sped. Take it easy on him, man. Let's see what it is. Let's see what it is. So ATM, No Attempts, featuring PGM Ace and 16. Okay, let me see. So slime. All right, let's see what's up, man. Okay. So take it on the first. We gon' see what's up, man.
I'm on this beat, getting cozy.
Niggas capping in their souls, our niggas lying about their life over MOB. Bitch, you already know I'm taking over MOB. Bitch, you already know I'm taking flights and that's a low. Bitch, I get in trouble with that pole. Bounce out with that nigga, tryna send a nigga home. I'm tryna lift a nigga up, tryna get a nigga plugged. Niggas spun up on my belly, ain't gon' lie down something, that's on bro. Yeah, ain't wasn't lit. I ain't gon' lie, bitch. I been posting in the beat.
I see. Hold on.
Burn a nigga up, the last crash out. I can show you how to get it done. Don't taps, yellow tape, DOA. Gotta watch that back door. Yeah, nigga, I'm a snake. Go without saying, bitch, I'm tripping over slime and over AIDS. Don't try slime like that, suck and get turned into pain. Now you on a COVID mask in a hoodie with some wings. No, I don't just drive by, I'm known for bouncing on feet. The phone get tricky, so lately I've been trying to creep. By any means, I've been trying to spin a block to catch a beat. Yeah, niggas, please tell them sucking niggas to get with.
That mix is too crazy, bro.
I'm trying to get hit, ain't like no janky ass Paul, but you know we got.
I'm gonna have to cut it because I know I'm messing up a lot of people's sound systems right now.
When these rappers try to make a clever song, no matter what they do, we'll never get along. They think the COVID now will never share a bomb. I've been trying to fix the rap game for the longest. I ain't gonna lie, man, your rap's really garbage. Speak what's on my mind, cause I'm actually honest. You feel this in your eye, in your back, in your arm check. I got shaved right up.
Okay, so here's the thing, right? I wasn't necessarily minding the performance. I know the style, I know the genre that you guys are in, and you know the energy, personalities. Like, it feels like it's there, but you know the mix has to be, you know, pristine, right? I mean, like, we have to enjoy what we're hearing on, you know, all the different devices that we may be listening in. If you essentially, you know, send that to a DJ at a club right now, right, like the crowd would boo him and you or some shit. You just standing there, because you gotta make sure that you have a good balance when it comes to everything being used. Sometimes it's literally just a mix. Other times it's you, maybe you're too loud, and close to the mic and stuff like that. But always think about that balance. I have no idea whether or not you guys have recorded, you know, yourself. Hold on. I have no idea whether or not you've basically just recorded, you know, yourself, but you know, often I am always recommending that you guys go to other studios, because with good engineers, with the actual, you know, decent equipment, boosts and stuff like that, right? You're gonna leave there with a good mix and somebody else who can push you to do the best performance, you know, possible. But also, again, when they're listening to you, you know, rap, perform, you know, do certain things, if there are things that are happening that are, you know, again, impeding that enjoyment, if they hear that the beat is too loud, they'll be able to make adjustments, you know, at the very least, you know, or if they're a producer, right, which most of them, you know, may be, they'll be able to remake the beat and, you know, add the sort of the right sound so that it's a little bit, you know, better. Whatever the case, you just want to leave with the right, you know, sound so everybody can enjoy it. The last thing you want is to be like, you know, handing it to someone who's going to put it in their $200 million sound system or some shit, and then that thing, like, you know, just blows, you know what I'm saying, in seconds. Like I said, I felt like the performance was on point for the genre that you're in, but I want to hear a better mix, both with that production and everything, and then, you know, send that one back if you can. And he said this was made in a garage, you know what I'm saying. And you said, I just went to the studio today. I'm gonna send that in. And so at that, there you go. Listen, as long as you guys are willing to go in, that's all we care about. You know, like, we can cut corners all day. Nah, let me just do whatever, and then, you know what I'm saying, and, you know, hope for the best, right? I mean, I will admit that when Odd Future first came out, they didn't have the best mixes, right? But you also knew that they were independent. You knew they were completely independent. They were just kids having fun, doing the damn thing, you know what I'm saying, recording random songs. But a lot of this stuff felt like mixtapes until they started, you know, taking it a little bit more serious. And then you would hear more professional, you know, mixes and stuff like that. And the moment that we can take it professional, right, that's when, like, for all artists who are, I'm gonna rap about money, I'm gonna talk about, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna get the bag, you know, like, you gotta do it at all levels. If you get the bag and you got the bag, spin the bag at all levels. Like, everything that you do, go to an actual studio. Like, think about it, really think about that. Go to a studio, like, with the mixing boards and all that, because you can literally film something in the studio. Like, while you're recording a song, you could literally do a documentary about the creation of that record for content for you to post on your social media. Or if you're doing a whole album like that, literally think about it, it's something else you can sell with the album. You're giving people something extra. They'll be intrigued with you as an artist, and they can learn a little bit more about, you know, your process, you know, in the studio. So it pays for, like, more than one thing, you know, at the same time, right? They get to see your creative process. You know, you get to come out with, you know, a decent mix, and people are seeing you take your craft seriously, right? In some people's mind, they're like, why should we spend money on you when you don't even like spending money on yourself? When you want to sort of, you know, let me not pay the producer. If you don't, like, you know what I mean? Like, it trickles down, you know, in a little bit of a karma kind of thing. We've kind of messed up the industry ourselves and let the industry, you know what I'm saying, mess it up, right? We have to come back to that respect where we are making sure that we take care of each other as artists, that we're taking each other serious. Like, if you're asking anybody for a feature, even if they say, oh, I don't charge, like, think about a price that you're comfortable with, of just throwing them just because at the end of the day, they're gonna remember that. They're gonna do an even better job at whatever the verse, you know what I'm saying, might be or whatnot, even though they already have that love for it. You know, we should have those standards or whatnot, because we all are trying to make this a job, right? When people freaking, oh, what do you do? Oh, I'm an artist, or I rap, or something like that. Some of them laugh at y'all, right? They don't take this serious because they don't think it's gonna make as much money unless you get that viral overnight success or something like that. But that also was a trick too. Like, people who would often, you know, seem like they went viral was more just a push from certain labels and stuff like that. And often when you think that their album has, you know, hit gold, diamond, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. A lot of the spins have been paid. They've been just making sure that their artists look good, you know, under that sort of, you know, regime or whatnot. But there's so much. All right, let me go back into the freelance right about now, so I can stop talking. Let's see. Shout out Odd Future, man. Yeah, Odd Future is dope. Shout out to DJ Big Smoke. What up? What do you see? And then it sounded like Hot Man's Kevin Glover was saying. Marjola was like, yeah. Or you can just find artists and give them free beats until you build up a following and stuff like that, man. But see, even that, like, that defeats. Producers have gotten to a point where they like, you know, $5 for 25 beats, or 5 beats for $25 or something like that, right? And I'm like, you know what? Y'all did this to yourselves too, because if you make tight beats, right? If you basically make the 100th, you know, so-and-so drill beat or whatever that we've already kind of heard before, and it's in a slightly different tempo, of course no one's gonna want to pay upwards you know, hundreds and certain things for it. But if you build a sound for yourself, I am telling you this right now, build a sound for yourself in the same way that Swiss Beats, Pharrell, Dr. Dre, you know, Alchemist, RZA, you know, so we can go down the line of just like Timbaland, right? They've had their own sounds. You know what their beats sound like, you know, to the point where if you want a beat like that, you gotta go to them, because if it's not authentic and it sounds like them, then people will clown the record, like, oh, it sounds like a trying to be Timbaland type, you know what I'm saying? Like, so if you create that, like, yo, like, they put that sort of like effort into, you know what I'm saying, that production, they absolutely love what they do. And I know a few producers that I have literally seen come across my timeline on both like IG and TikTok that I have literally felt that way about. I've been like, yo, like, every time you come across the timeline, like, I always feel like, man, if I had that beat, man, and it's something that I don't think about another producer. I literally hear them, I'm like, yo, this sounds like something original and shit. They have their own tag that's not invasive, and you know what I mean? Like, it's possible, but you guys have to get back into that wanting to sound, you know what I'm saying, a little bit more original again. We'll get back into that conversation later. Let me see what we got next. LB Sickening, you should be up first. Let's get you back in the line. All right, appreciate that gift, man. Thank you. Yeah. Okay, let me stop this. This is called Love Notes by LB Sickening and Real Kylo. The intro gonna be too long for some people. They'll be like, alright, I'm out. Yeah. Record hasn't even. Seriously, bro?
Fuck all this back and forth. I ain't tryna do this no more. I'm gon' even up the score, yeah. Sometimes saying shit gets stale. I mean, you owe me. Say what you want, gotta show me. Say you right, I ain't know this. Say that you love, I ain't know that. Cause love's gotta hope it. Speaking your mind, do they know that? Who said love's unbroken? Take some love and don't quote shit. Say that you love hard in this battlefield with some love scar. Girl, did you get that bar? I'll be home at 2:30, gotta close the bar. Some shit you can't tear apart. Hold your own in this life, play a bigger part. I be loving hard, maybe too hard, gotta guard my heart. They say trust is a must, that shit be fucking me up. I cannot fix what I'm done, but I make that shit up. They be ungrateful, they feed off your energy playful.
12 plus.
Puppy love, know I'm a pit bull. Lost to a bitch cause the list full. Been having too much on my mental. Fuck all this back and forth. I I ain't tryna do it no more. I'm gon' even up the score. Yeah. Sometimes saying shit.
What the hell?
Say you love me, you owe me. Say what you want, gotta show me. Say you right, I ain't know that.
You gotta be fixing some of these AI elements.
Take some love and don't quote shit.
Don't quote me, but I think it's over. Yup, this back and forth, I ain't even sober. I thought I was done with these addictive devices, but you were in my life and I can't even deny it. I'm saying my heart and you broke it.
LS is like, I don't know about this one.
Nope, I give you my love, but you stole it. Can't fix this relationship, I think it's broken. Woke. How many times do you tell me you love me, then turn around and take your love from me? You bugging. Why won't you answer when I text you or I call you? I feel like you lying, there's no thrust of love. Why can I trip?
You should get a confirmation email.
I'm possessive, but I think I'm wise. I've been here before,
If you said, right.
She prays for my downfall, I rush, she implies. She says I'm this person, but really I'm not. Nope. She says I'm abusive, she's storing the pot. She's calling up my mother, she's spreading these rumors. Cause I just left and won't do nothing to her. Or with her or for her, I cut that chick off. Enough is enough, it's time that you walk. This fighting, this cussing, this back and this forth. You say that you love me, I'll love you more. It's over. It's over. It's over.
Fuck all it back and forth. I ain't tryna do it no more. I'm gon' even up the score. Yeah.
Ay, 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 ay,
ay. Say what you want, gotta show me. Say you right, I ain't know that. Say that you love, I ain't know that.
Half a hand.
Love's kinda hopeless. Speaking your mind, duly loaded. Who say love's unbroken? Take some love and don't quote shit.
Something different, something different, less effect. I don't know what the heck to do. A lot of times I don't even really know what the hell I'm a freaking say. But you know what? I'm a Mexico freaking chillin', eating a freaking taco while I'm a freaking here on the street. I don't even know what I'ma do, but I don't even really like want to go get on this beat. But you just go like leave it there. There's a lot of times you go up in the freaking haunted house, but you leaving scared. Matter of fact, am I even there, or am I just like really chilling in the corner? Everybody be like, I ain't even chilling with your daughter. As a matter of fact, I don't even know what it. Listen, you just left it. What else was I gonna do? Okay. Stop. All right, it's like half and half, right? I feel like there's a potential. Chorus kind of grows on me a little bit over time. The beat is very minimal, right? So it's not necessarily doing a lot. It's a little bit repetitive. The quality of the record is not like the best, right? But again, right, our job is to try to imagine each record, right, in its best, format. If the changes are made, the better performances, maybe better bits of production, added, professional mix. Is there a place for that record on any of y'all playlists? Maybe in a movie introduction, you know what I'm saying? So again, this that moment where characters go to the club or whatnot, they take a look or whatnot, they see all the beautiful, ladies is walking around, slowly dancing or whatnot. It's that slow motion sort of scene. You hear the song like playing or whatnot, or they enter the party, they finally got super bad gang, right? You know what I mean? And they finally get to the party and just seeing all the dopeness, people having fun, something like that playing. Like there's potential, right? But we want to hear every record, even though we understand a lot of us are independent artists. Mixtapes are a thing, right? So we accept a record with that kind of mix as more of a mixtape record. We're fine with it being like that. But when it comes to something you want us to pay for, if it's a official album type record, you always want to make sure you have that clarity on there. That's when you show people that you're taking it seriously. If you want free, for sure, we will take everything freaking else. You rapping on industry beats, you know what I'm saying? All that. But the things you want us to pay for, like, take it professional at all levels, get it there so people can get in there. He said you made your points, you know what I'm saying? And I received the email. That's what's up. That's what's up. All right, hold on, let me head over here. And I had to hear what LB was gonna do and stuff like that too, because he's the feature essentially on the song, which is another thing I don't always hear, right? Usually you have features essentially on your songs, and it's interesting to see what other records that you get on from other artists. This doesn't even feel like something he would have hopped on, so I was interested to see like where he was gonna go with that. Just get a better overall mix, come back with that as per usual. All right, next record we got, let me see, DJ Lucky, you're sending this one. It is a Spotify. Good thing I did not close my Spotify, so I get to just hit that play button, and we are good. All right, now I'm saying DJ Lucky. Or Broken Heart by DJ Lucky. Said it's a lo-fi chill song.
Up in the clouds and I'm so high. Time goes by. Matter of fact, I'm listening to lo-fi. DJ Lucky just randomly says some shit. Matter of fact, I'ma freaking go off on this beat. I'm finna spit and like gotta let it go. I think I learned. Broken. A lot of freaking people freaking know that like when I had started smoking, like everything goes into places. I don't know if you're racist. I don't know where to take this. I don't know if out of spaces in a place where I could freaking go and chill. And people also know for real that every time I know the skill that I will try to have. And lots of freaking jokes that people freaking try to tell, but none of y'all are trying to laugh. Okay, let me, that's it. Why would you stop it right there? 1 minute and 43 seconds. Honestly, you could have kept that going, you know what I'm saying? Let me remind y'all, especially if you aren't in, like, hip-hop is usually the only genre we really have to have these length conversations, you know, with, right? When it's just like, you know, some of y'all just want to get in and get out and you think of the replay value or something like that. But know that, like, as long as you as an artist or producer are willing to do the work, we're always willing to listen. We're never rushing you out of any song unless what is happening is repetitive, right? So if it's an EDM record and it says and it just does that and no changes, right? Even in that genre, if there's no changes, right? It just does that for the whole thing. There will still be people who will, you know, still be getting it in for a little bit, but after a while they're like, all right, is there gonna be like a breakdown, or, you know, where's the part where there's like a are you ready for this? You know what I'm saying? Some random shit, right? There always needs to be some kind of variation within there. And as long as the let's just say artist for any song, right? In most cases, a lot of you guys will do melodic records from time to time. You'll think of maybe a 2-note, 3-note melody or something like that, and you'll do it throughout the whole song. When you do it like that, a little bit of a mistake. Yes, it's catchy. We can hear what you're trying to do. We get it. But then after a certain amount of time, we start going, but what else? What else can, you know, you do? Same thing with artists who gets in there with a flow. If it's the same exact flow the whole way, you know, there's going to be a certain half who will be like, oh yeah, that's dope that they can keep that same flow and then say all of this, you know, within this, you know, length of time. Like, that's dope. But then there will be others who are like, no, they're more concerned with how many different ways you can think of to hop on that, you know, same beat, because we only really get to hear you guys once on any given beat, right? So think of how many different ways you guys could hit that and be cool. Now for this, you know, just more production, and you know, we would have sat in there. As an artist, if I were gonna like rap on it, I'd still want, you know, a little bit more as well. What do you say? Legit. Sosa, you know what I'm saying? Welcome to the rack or whatnot. Are you just like requesting your thing? Or let me see. Haha. Just laughing at the thing. Hold on real quick. Go over here. Liquid Music was just laughing over there as well, man. Listen, don't be digging this bonnet.
Bro, it's 2 in the morning, fell asleep and I'm yawning. Waking up on the lawn, I'm seeing blue and orange. People follow me to school and copy me until I stopped and put my music on. I'm just crawling like a zombie, gnawing on a Nazi, probably in his uniform. Born identity, homie, you've been warned. My brain is soaring like a unicorn.
One. Let me see what you got. You scumbag 6. Let's see. I mean, I don't know what. This was called 12 p.m. The artist is scumbag.
I look
6?
left, I look right, but straight into scarcity. I guess me prepare me for all this. Can't sleep, ammonia, sleep paralysis. I hardly get any. The hours is still my light to kill, cause I can't seem to pay the house bill. But still manage to smoke every day. Got my priorities fucked up all the wrong way. I shrug my shoulders, but deep down it hurt. So I pop a perk, I smile, happiness, that's a perk. I'm way out of hand and I'm way too lost now. Smoking, drinking, cocaine in my nostril. Got deported, got sent back down south. Could've got right, took left, the fast route. Scared mama slapped me, made my head go round. A different perspective, I see everything, I touch the ground. I'm down to earth, I spark the herb. Have to have the nerve to tell me I can't. My mama tried it 3 times and I'm still burning my brain. Although she said please, sounds like your son is getting gum disease and a loan to trade. She also says I'm insane, but I do believe I have a dream. No Martin Luther King forsake. Empty soul, empty mind, but a heart to take. As long as you stay by me, love is my fate. Hey, hey, who says I do?
He said, is that absent mindset?
24 days, anything might happen anywhere, who may know? All this happened at 12 p.m. on my way to the grocery store.
And I go to eat bowl and go to eat dough, but in fact, man, I go to eat bowl. Food that I don't know if you want to throw me a bowl. Throw me a beat, man, you know I'm a flow. Yo, go to the show. 1 minute and 23 seconds. Store. So, you know, I mean, that's obvious, right? Just got in there, got out. I like the beat. I like the feeling, you know, your style sort of like works for, you know, what you're rapping to. Does feel like it's freestyle. So if it is, I always got to recommend you guys don't. Like, let's just say this, right? Freestyles are good for anything live. Right? If literally I'm in front of you right now and I throw on a beat and I'm just rapping off top, you guys would probably like it, you know, more things that I say in that fashion than if I were to do it on a recorded record where, again, you're hearing a beat for the first time. You're hearing sort of me, you know what I'm saying, go in. I have no idea what, if it feels like I don't know where I'm going to go or I mess up and I still keep it, right? People hear that stuff, right? And the only people who aren't going to care, who are going to like accept it, are those who like are treating you like background music. That means they like what you have done enough to keep you on in the background, but they're also going to talk over your shit. Right? They're going to talk over the record. They're going to have a whole conversation. It may be played in the background of a podcast. It may be played at a function, but you know, nobody's going up to the DJ requesting the song because they need that structure. They need that feel. Like, you could make a record with that production that makes a J. Cole, Lupe Fiasco, and Kendrick kind of potentially want to make a song with you. Chance the Rapper, like whoever you look up to in that sort of genre, if you do it right, like, you'll have them, you know, essentially, oh yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? I fuck with this new artist, yada, yada, yada. And so I do not always recommend that artist, you know, freestyle just for the recorded records. That's it, right? But in the situations, right? Let's just say, you know, I always like using Harry Mack as an example because even when he's doing it off top, he still makes it dope because you're listening to all those sides. You're listening to like, all right, is he making sense, right? Does he mess up anywhere? And can he keep the promise of, you know, making sure that he raps something related to the 5 words, you know, given to him, you know, throughout, right? And he comes with it every time. I've never seen him, miss a beat, lose the sort of flow, or not make sense. Like, his brain works in such a way where, again, he'll think about, he's not just gonna say the word that you give him, right? You say planets or some shit like that, he'll say planets, but then he'll also think about all the different planets that are out there, movies that regarded, planets, outer space shit. Like, he'll relate all of the bars to whatever it is, and I appreciate that level of work. We do need to be that good if we want to sort of be able to do it for that song format. But even then, again, just making sure that you can have a structure, maybe a little bit of a chorus you can come back to throughout the record. Extending a record with like a feature is also an option. What up, Golf? What'd you say? A song on Spotify, could I just type it here? Now you have to send it to my email via a link, so that way you can get in the actual line and stuff like that, unless you're sending a skip. Because otherwise I'd have no way to place you in the line. We do first come, first serve on the show. There are those on the YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok all at the same time. So I kind of need you guys to, see in the right way. Whether you send via my website or if you send directly to my email.
Please send your records to ThatDorkyReviewShow@gmail.com or get ready to die. Ha 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 ha.
You know what I'm saying? It goes to the same place. Oh my God. Little cowboy hat.
Thank you. I eat beans and cheese sandwiches.
What is it? What does that mean?
It means thank you. I eat beans and cheese sandwiches. Yay!
Let's go back into the lineup, ladies and gentlemen. I'm puzzled by how sometimes I can still see it used to be like if I had my glasses on, I couldn't use like filters and shit like that. Now they pop up regardless. I have a hat on and it'll show a hat still on my head from a whole nother hat. I'm like, how the fuck you put a mustache over my mustache, man? I know, I seen it. So I was laughing.
I had to make way for myself, they try to count me out. Same nigga I used to call my bro, try to cross me out.
Hold on, let me restart it.
Like my soul decided lost and found him.
Let me restart it, turn it up to the volume that it's supposed to be at, and let's go. Abdullah, welcome to the rack.
I had to make way for myself, they try to count me out. Same nigga I used to call my bro, try to cross me out. Looking for my spirits like my soul decided lost and found. And money shit don't matter, everything that matters to me inside the cloud. Don't come over here cause it get dangerous round inside of town. I can tell the truth to save my life and I'm so tired of life. So many R.I.P. shirts, I'm tired of seeing my niggas dying. Turn on the news, as kids missing, no got gunned down. I'ma go get even no matter if you turn your life around. They gon' feel my pain and listen, not because they like the sound. I do this for P and everybody that ain't here right now. Say I'm next, all I heard was how and a bunch of doubt. I ain't mad, but I was a lot of shit I still gotta figure out. Tryna feed them, it's like the meal be bigger than they mouth. I ain't forget the shit they did to me, but I'm gon' get them back. Some niggas meant to go to school, some niggas meant to trap. Only time I'm going back and forth is to get the rack. Other than that, you won't see me going tip for tat. Sign a deal for less than a mil, and I'ma do it that I'm independent right now, and I'm still thumbing through a check. Tell me what you want if I lead a hood, I ain't looking back. Cause I know niggas won't ever lead a hood that they get to attack. I know many before they reach when they get turned to a pack. Back a real in the city where I live, walking to the rack. Tell me what you want if I lead a hood, I ain't looking back. Cause I know niggas won't ever lead a hood that they get to attack. I know many before they reach 21, they get turned to a pack. Back a real in the city where I live, walking to the rack. In my hood, it ain't safe, you niggas get killed for none. In my hood, it ain't safe, you better go get a gun. In my hood, it ain't safe, try to get some funds. In my hood, nigga, it ain't safe, but shorties kill for fun.
Kill for fun? It's not hard to go in different directions melodically.
In my hood, it ain't safe, cause niggas get killed for none. In my hood, it ain't safe, you better go get a gun. In my hood, it ain't safe, you try to get some funds. In my hood, nigga, it ain't safe, cause niggas kill for fun. Ain't no more big homies, all the youngest run the blocks. No education, they training in diplomas for a Glock. And they tryna earn a name, so they'll kill a cop. Talking to the fans and saying names that'll get you shot. You get locked up for a case and they'll let you rock. Putting your trust inside a bitch and knowing this bitch a thought. She said she gon' put money on your books, ain't seen you squad. Is you gon' rap for both? Fuck all that talking, is you is or not? I can see right through the fake and I can feel the plot. All the pain that I overcome, I done healed a lot. Like fuck, I look like letting a little nigga treat me out my spot. Everything I do 100%, I gave it all I got. Tell me what you want if I lead a hood, I ain't looking back. Cause I know niggas won't ever lead a hood that they get to attack. I know meaning before they reach 21, they get turned to a pack. Back to real in the city where I live, walking to the rack. Tell me what you want if I lead a hood, I ain't looking back. Cause I know niggas won't ever lead a hood that they get to attack. I know meaning before they reach 21, they get turned to a pack. Back to real in the city where I live, walking to the rack.
Press the wrong thing, you son of a gun. I gotta bring it back in. Hold on. I gotta press the button. I gotta press the button. Okay. I mean, you guys get to see an example of what I said a little bit earlier, right? We have two sides to this record, right? Like, I do like the record itself, right? What you did, the performance, you know, mix was actually freaking decent. And you were talking about some real shit, man. That's all we could really ask for any artist, right? Is to, you know, do something real, talk about what you know, and to make people feel it, right? However, there's only one critique I have with the record, and it's that repetition, right? The whole way, literally, without a doubt, with no change. It's, you know what I'm saying? Like, we knew exactly where you were going to go melodically, and so after a while things start bleeding into each other. It starts feeling like you're going around, you know, in circles to a certain extent. We'll still hear you saying some real shit, so the content is there, but I feel like it just lacks that variation. So I always remind you guys, if you're going to do something melodic at all, think about what an R&B artist would do if they were basically, you know, trying to write your exact song. You know what I'm saying? Most of them, like, you know, they can sing, right? And I don't think you guys can't. I think you guys can, and you just need to trust yourselves a little bit more. Even if you use, you know, auto-tune and you want to sort of go there, it's just make sure that you can do some variations of melodies. You know what I'm saying? Just figuring out the right melodies for the right parts. It allows people to listen to your record, separate and associate, you know, your song in the sections, have many parts that they look forward to hearing you say. But like, you can just think about it. If your whole song sounded exactly the same all the way through, what part is there for people to really get excited for, right? Unless they resonate with something very specific that you say, oh, my mama died too, or, you know what I'm saying, or something, you know what I'm saying, along the lines of that, right? Overall, it was a decent song, you know what I'm saying. And hold on, how was that production?
Call my bro trying to cross me out, looking for my spirits like my soul decided lost and found, and money shit don't matter, everything that matters.
Okay, so there's a sample in there. There's a sample, which I'm always trying to think about how to do these records, you know, live. If we don't have samples and we're trying to bring it, you know, live drummer, live guitarist, you know, different things like that. What are the elements that you would need? I hear a piano, you know, that could easily be used anytime you come across one. If you learn how to play this and then kind of like perform it, even if you do the same version, no changes in that variation, I think people would still fuck with that. You know what I'm saying? Literally learn how to play piano, get in there with the sort of, you know what I'm saying, melodies, and then sing exactly, you know what I'm saying, what you're doing right now. Maybe even a little bit slower. And, you know, people to love that. As we like to say, what is that the Tiny Desk, I guess, version of the song?
But not bad. Thank you for the follow. Takaz Gaming, man. What games do you play? What game do you play? And when you say play A and B, keep it moving. So as long as they're independent, we can play them, but they have to get in the line just like everybody else.
Be sure to send your music and beats over to ThatDorkyReviewShow@gmail.com.
So make sure you send it to my email, ThatDorkyReviewShow@gmail.com. We have a line, and we are pulling from that line. Let me see. S Beats. I got you. Yeah, but send it to my email. Send it to my email. You can get all in that line. What did you freaking get? What do you freaking have? Like I don't know what the hell I'ma do, but I'm bad at math. So freaking all of the people be telling me I'm an asshole. That's why freaking I'm gonna hit you with a glass. Or not though. Matter of fact, I just like wanna eat a nacho. I do not go to freaking places where you don't know what the hell you're gonna do with a beat that you cannot flow to. Goku is cool, but you know what? You will hop up in no pool if you know if you gotta use the bathroom number 2, you gotta just go poo. And I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do, nor do I know what you go through. You know that I'm so cool and don't cool it. No, you is it. Yep. It's beat produced by S Beats. Like how you have that more upbeat kind of situation. It's the more offbeat the kind of freaking. I don't know what to do on a weekend. You don't know what the hell you gonna do. You put me into the thing and yeah, dip on it. People wanna go rapping and they slip on it. Matter of fact, speaking, they get a car and they dip on it. It on it. It's cool freaking. You don't know what is happening. You don't know where to freaking go when your kids vomit. Although. Who do you hear on this beat? Thank you for the following shit like hey. Thank you for the following shit like hey. Thank you for the following shit like hey. I thank God for tomorrow and shit like hey. 8 hours ago, sometimes freaking you wanna go shower, but yo, freaking shower is broke. Freaking you know what? I don't even know how to even get some fucking powers no more. Like back in the day when I would watch Heroes, I always would like that. I'd feel like I didn't know that I would even really go to a page where I would always feel like I was like up 0. Like, why did I go all around the block just to come back with something that I didn't know I could rock? And a lot of freaking people, they thinking that they cannot just sit down. Matter of fact, you think that you saw a cop just. I didn't know I was gonna end right there. Not bad. More upbeat tempo, something that, you know, you'd have to get in there. Not as a fast, you know, rapper or whatnot, but just be more sort of like quick, you know, witted, hip hop, you know, centric. I didn't get the time on that 2 minutes and 24 seconds. It does feel like something I could use maybe 2 or 3 sort of artists on it. So always, if you can, as producers, you know, even though, right, in most cases you guys are just giving us like demonstrations of, you know, what you could do, or, you know, let me just give them a little something and then I'll like fade it out right here. But I always recommend structuring any beat to at least like a 3-verse structure, right? You have an intro that leads into either a chorus, into a 16-bar verse, back into a chorus, back into a 16-bar verse, back into either a chorus, and then yada yada, you know what I'm saying? Or a bridge. You can do an 8-bar kind of verse situation for the third. Like, it really just depends. But if you give us more, we will often take those, you know, those leaps. And most artists, again, if they only feel like they feel
a verse worth of, you know, the beat or whatever, like that's on them completely. But at least you give them enough to work with, so they have, you know, the options to, you know, really figure out if they really want to make that full song, you know. In most cases, you know, if they come across a beat and it's only enough for them to do one verse and a, you know, that's all they'll do. They're not even gonna think about doing a feature, even if they would want to. And I've seen artists try, right? They've tried to, like, let me try to extend the beat myself, and they, you know, kind of made it go off beat a little bit. Did you hear what I said? I said you have to send it to my email. It's ThatDorkyReviewShow@gmail.com. Every artist has to get in the lineup.
Be sure to send your music and beats over to ThatDorkyReviewShow@gmail.com
in order to be played on the show. And you know what I'm saying, I think your background is by far, you know what I'm saying, number one. Hey, I appreciate that. Listen, this was a long time in the making, you know, believe it or not. I used to have a green screen, you know, back there. Eventually I wanted to, behind the neon sign was a sort of, what is it called, man? The logo, the cover, you know what I'm saying, of the show, and stuff like that. But yeah, there's a lot that I went through. If you watch the show on YouTube right now as well, we have a completely different, you know, look over there. You'll sort of see somewhat behind me. Hold on, let me change that. Yeah, because we're live via YouTube and Twitch at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, get your stuff in. Send it to ThatDorkyReviewShow@gmail.com. As a quick reminder, no industry records, right? You know what I'm saying? It's just the simplicity of, like, don't rap to a Drake or Kendrick beat or Playboy Cardi beat, or, you know what I'm saying? If we already know the artist, like, don't rap to that specific instrumental from, like, Yo favorite something and try to send that to the show. It will risk our streams getting cut, blocked, or flagged on certain platforms. You know, different ones have different rules and stuff like that, so try to do that. Yeah, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate it. All right, let's go ahead and hop back in. TJ Scribbles, what did you send in? Suicidal game. Let me see. Damn, that thing is.
This is TJ Scribbles.
There's nothing to love about me. The older I get, the better I used to be. And all my thoughts keep wandering free. Whipping these lines like a real version of me. Gave me an altar, a God I couldn't see. I went to church and people claim he knew my plea. Now I'm coming up on year number 3, and I'm still praying on my knees. I just wanna know, hoping isn't in vain. I just wanna know, please give me a reason why I should refrain.
It's like, I wanna listen.
Fucking wreck, can't think straight, I'm barely sane. I need to find an escape other than a bullet lodged into my brain.
It's like, I more just want to, like, see what you're trying to freaking say, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like you need somebody to listen to you type shit, as opposed to, you know, the song aspect or whatnot, right? But we gonna be honest, right? The song itself, how you are trying to put together the record so far, it doesn't feel like you're making a song just yet. Just kind of feels like you're talking and saying things slightly on beat, but not in a song, you know, fashion, right?
And how I get roped into the suicidal game. I'm tired of wasting and I'm slipping away.
Like, I feel like he wants to do something melodic, but then he's not he gets unconfident and then just leaves and then grabs again.
I'm slowly fading day by day. I think I'm labeled as a loser in this gruesome game.
No excitement.
I've had too many days feel strain. I got a new perspective on how to cope with pain. Can't fight a battle when it's already won inside my brain. And what's the point of going on if you get no gain? How'd I get roped into this suicidal game? I'm tired, I'm wasted, and I'm slipping away. I'm slowly fading day by day. I think I'm labeled as a loser in this gruesome game.
You need somebody to help you write your shit.
My demons got me cornered. Is this my dying day? I'm nothing but a sinner, so please turn away. Will I ever?
I'm gonna stop it right there. I'm gonna hit that button.
I think that I'm the only dork here who's laid in a brain. I gotta ask my freaking doctor what it takes to be strange. I will hit you fucking rappers in the face with a cane while you on a fucking train watching snakes on a plane. I just... I don't know what the hell happened.
Where's the gunshot?
All right, so I mean, again, it's I appreciate the content, right? You know what I mean? Like I said earlier, when you go in and you're willing to, you know, talk about any kind of pain, struggle that you go through, I feel like there's always somebody that's gonna be able to relate to it. But when we're putting things in song form, I think there's a formula to, you know, make it in a way where people aren't just going to stare at us while we're performing the song, and they're gonna, you know, be into it. They're gonna hear it, like it. If they're an artist themselves, they should always want to do a cover or remix of the song, right? If you put out a record and a year goes by and you don't see one person either remixing the record you did in any way, even if it's just like, let me get that beat and then do something, you know, to it or whatnot. But in most cases, if it's a remix to your record, you know, they're gonna keep the spirit of what you did in there alive, you know, chorus wise, you know, topic, whatever, they'll call it a remix and you know, still have the name for your thing in there. You know, once again, you gotta I think you need help with the actual writing, and sort of, in most cases, I would rather work with an artist instead of like writing for them, right? I would basically have you come up with the song almost in the same way what you did right now, and then I would sort of help you restructure it so you could you're still the writer, but I'm just helping you get that development of where the melodies, where the actual, you know, structure of the record should go. I think that's what, you know, most artists, you know, need help with, as opposed to, you know, someone just writing the whole thing for an artist doesn't teach them how to make the record. It only gives them a, oh, here, do this, right? And then they're basically a clone of that other person who wrote it, not of themselves, right? So teaching is a better sort of, you know, option. You write, you know, something, and I'll sort of show you how to, you know, fix that within there. You know, I do like the production though, so yeah, what you say, need to be having them you know, guess, you need to be having them guess the whole song, right? Are you talking about like the variation thing? And you say you are a comedian with a punchline and shit like that. Yes, I don't know if I was supposed to answer that or not, man, but here we are. Let me see, Reaper DC, you should be up freaking next. If you're new to the show,
please send your records to ThatDorkyReviewShow@gmail.com or get ready to die. Ha 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 ha.
Yo, Dork Squad, this is Rick Sanchez telling you to donate 10 flurballs to Cash App $pay a dork to get your song played fast as shit.
Hey, bitch,
ladies.
Glock on my waist, it'll strike down like thunder. I keep my head above the waters, you will keep yours under. Try to play me like a bitch, Betty fucked and made a blunder. We gon' scourge through your hood and take your loot, you get it plundered. Grab my coat when it's time to slide, we leaving niggas cold. All these riches come around me cause they like my heart of gold. The cloth I cut from different, it's a type that you can never fold. You be nervous on them links, I'm robbing every nigga bow. Dropping niggas like I'm Kyrie, check my highlights. You had your time like Jalen, but Sally can't come back right. Skinny niggas smoking fat woods with a fat pipe. I told my hoe she soft, super bad, she get some act right. Better listen to your mama for her baby get spanked. Stack the money on outside, that shit be stankin'. We gon' snap off and put his picture in a gold frame. When we outside, they on that mission, use my code name. Mr. 100, up a roll and make the road change. We gon' make a play and send him up, watch my flow game. My man's dumb as fuck, he a genius with a Glock though. Only a matter of time before I catch you, get your clock broke. Hanging with the bears, if I was you, I wouldn't dare poke. Desire got his fire, light it up and let the wood stoke. He told her that y'all locked, fucked around and then he still told. I make her throw the expense, she at the crib just like a damn toad. Shitty situation, I'm gon' move and you gon' stand froze. I guess I got his toxic poison, I be flaming up Lil' Rose. You ain't really solid in your hood, they see cracks in you. Better lay your life, cause if you don't, I could blacklist you.
Man, they see cracks in you,
what I'm
that's a bar.
told, it's a black pistol. Running off your mouth, don't say it back, I just like spaz hit you. Don't say a word, I ain't never been on auto chatter. This bitch in love, I been only trying to use her bladder. I ain't fighting for no bitch, younger you can have her. She get changed out every end like a sports batter.
Okay, my guy. Short still. But I feel like you have, like, in terms of these type of records, you actually had a few good bars in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I appreciate that you even most artists, right, that I hear that's into this show in some of those lanes, they will kind of do the minimal. They'll just kind of say anything and then, you know, and rhyme with it or whatnot. And I always feel like, where are the lines and performances that, you know, would get a Crooked Eye or a Kendrick or, you know, somebody to you know, okay, I see what they, you know, like, you want to be able to be at least on that level in some way for people to see that you're competing within, you know, any and all, you know, genres or whatnot, right? We're always in competition and camaraderie with, you know, many of the artists and genres, but especially in some of the genres that may tend to be oversaturated, right? You have to do everything in your capability to, like, stand out and, you know, be better than pretty much, you know, everyone. Otherwise, right, you just become a part of that blanket. You know, you become interchangeable with any other artist, you know, within that genre. But you basically should all want to be the top 5 to 10 artists in that genre, that if people want to get recognition and, like, feel like they've, you know, made it in that thing, that they have to make a song with you type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they don't have a song with you, then they haven't really, you know, sort of, you know, been doing it, right? And again, I know a lot of you guys are indie artists or whatnot. It doesn't mean that you won't be able to get to that level, right? I believe in every single one of you guys. Put in that freaking work, every song, every bar, and, you know, just really try to become that next up, you know what I'm saying, no matter what it is. Would you say this guy, you know what I'm saying, is actually amazing, you know what I'm saying? Give this to you guys. So at that, bring in strong vibe. I like this. Yeah, it wasn't bad. So at that, it's just short. If I'm gonna critique it, you know, still it's 1 minute and 39 seconds. So comes in, leaves, and imagine just this being on the radio, right? Now we're on to the next song or commercial. Always remember that. Keep that in the back of your head every time you're making a song and putting it out. If this song blows, I'm going to need to put this out, basically, right, for people to actually hear on the radio or different, you know what I'm saying, stations. If it's too short, it kind of like just affects the mood. Or again, people just don't remember you because you didn't give them that much time. More time is a good thing, not bad, as long as you make something good. All right, let me see what we got next. Matter of fact, shout out to all of the people who randomly want to say, oh, yes. All right. said, I mean, I just know it's crazy.
Me and forever together, never ever leaving each other, no matter whatever. I love her, she knows it from all of the love letters that I sent. So spending time with the rocks, I will have it mind. Think about the future, predicted like a computer.
What is happening?
Yeah, back. Up and left with my heart stuck in your bag.
I don't know what you're saying.
Guess forever never really was such a long time after all. Now 1,000 tears falling from my eyes to the floor. I had to fall in love and lose it all. 1,000 missed calls.
Okay, man, you see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying?
What love feels like, I don't want it. If this is what love feels like, you can keep it.
Y'all like, what the hell is happening?
I don't want it, I don't want it, I don't want it. You could have it, you could have it, you could have it.
You're like, you're playing a whole nother bad song here, fool. So, I mean, that last one was self-explanatory, man. We could barely hear what you were saying, even if you were saying something for real, right? Like, I was like, is he even speaking the language, right? But even then, it just felt like it was muffled behind the beat. And what I could hear, you were a little bit off, you know, in terms of, you know, like I couldn't tell if you had already started the song yet, or if you were just kind of talking and, you know, and just, you know, trying to warm up before you actually get in there. Like, no, you was rapping or something, I think. But just a reminder, we can't just do anything to any beat. Right? In most cases, you know, it's really about finding that marriage, right? You do need to build the skill to know when you have found the right beat, right? There'll be a beat you'll come across and it'll give you that stank phase, right? You'll just know. You'll have this thought in your mind like, I need to be, you know, on this beat. It'll be, you know, something that will that'll make you do all the right either tones and notes if you're a singer, or you'll, you know, go in there with all the right cadences. It'll make you want to sit down and actually write to it, as opposed to even like freestyling. Like, if we just kind of rap to anything, sometimes our voice signature doesn't really go with that beat. Sometimes we're forcing ourselves. Like, you know what I mean? A lot of you guys will maybe get writer's block on something, and then you think that because you got writer's block, you need to freestyle to it instead. That's not what writer's block is at all. Like, essentially, if you have writer's block, it just means the frequency that your brain is working with at that moment is not ready for that piece of production. So what you do is you move on to other beats, you just keep going until you hit that right one that makes the best, you know, ideas pop out. You make that song, and then from that energy go back to some of the other ones that you might have had writer's block to. Like, trust me, when you rev that engine with your creativity, and then you go back into some of those other ones, you're gonna have all the best ideas that, you know, help make that song you know, come alive. But yeah, man. And he said, this is your moment, you know what I'm saying? Come on, it's a compliment. And you're creating, you know what I'm saying, good, appreciate that. And I hate changing the TV channel, you know what I'm saying, obviously. You know what, from like whatever's on and stuff like that. Give me more of the analogy right there. Give me more of the neology. What do you say, Brazilian? And then maybe, what do you say, throw my reply, you know what I'm saying, back in a queue for me, brother. Wait, what happened? What'd you say? We only play one song per artist in the free line, so if you've already been played, any other extra submission will always have to be a skip.
Nonsense and Sir Mike, this song's gonna burn like some hot sauce from hot ones in your eyes. Birdman will talk to an actual bird like I'm gonna chew through this beat like a termite. Don't make me put you where actual worms lie. Don't like my old shit, I'm thinking you were high. Like me when I'm looking down at a bird's eye view. When I'm cool, better act like you surprised. Head to McDonald's, I'm about to steal your fries. Standing outside.
Okie dokie. So yeah, if you skip, we'll be able to play any extra, records. We also do back-to-back, situations and whatnot. We have takeovers for, EPs, full album, skips and stuff like that. Other than that, in the free line, man, you know what I mean? Welcome all newcomers to the show. And get in the cuss. Let me see what we got next. Tony, you put King Me. Allow us to drop you in your reverence. Yes, I can't understand it. Do my headphones. Thought my headphones went out on me. Nah.
Did you know Cheez-It made extra toasty?
This is Coke Beezy whenever it decides to play. Alright. Good luck, good luck.
Go.
Kinda wanna play games while I review your music.
Tell them keep me, tell them keep me, till I show dreaming. When rapping get slow, I'm seeming. Some shorties just want the semen, no. Low key a demon, so I keep them blocked. Unless they tryna make that creamy show. Like grenades, it's about that time to blow. If you ain't Trey Tyrell or Tater, I don't know you, bro. Shout out to Low, he pulled up to the stool to blow some dro. Soon as he leave, you know a nigga need a 444 strap for show. Shit, let me tell him, gotta let him know. Promote myself, forget the past, I'm only tryna grow. Can't play no game, this ain't your mind. But now in the war with myself, tell him to call me. Tell him keep me, tell him keep living my life by any means. I done caught up in my dreams. Tell him keep me, all this hustling in my dreams. I was born to tell him keep me. Tell him keep me, living my life by any means. I done caught up in my dreams. Tell him keep me,
Vocals a little low. Tell him king me. Matter of fact, if you go to a theme park, then tell him bring me. A lot of times when I be telling you on the TV, you can freaking see people like always wanting to squeegee to make sure that they can clean these things that they got in the.
Sometimes I'm broken down without the sound, bitch, tell him keep me. Do this, gotta break, tell him keep me.
That was alright. Beat reminded me of something in between a certain era of like Soulja Slim, Cash Money, and No Limit, and like something like there's a few different sounds that I hear in there. You have a small slight similar sound to another artist you might send to the show, but like I feel like you do a lot less in terms of like the energy. It's cool, it's chill. Nothing too crazy is going on in there, but I did feel like the vocals were a little bit low, especially when it came to that chorus. A lot of y'all today have been sending a few things where it feels like you guys are hiding a little bit behind the beats at certain points or whatnot. So that clarity, right, the quality of mixes do need to come up. I think I talk a lot about how certain artists' mixes may need work, but I forget to tell you guys that I mix and master. I'm not just observing and shit, you know. So hit me up if you guys do actually need, you know, any help getting these records, you know, to a more, you know, professional sound. If you still have the stems and you know, session or you know, just give me this stuff and go ahead from there. Alright. Casanova West Side within your eyes. Let's see what we freaking got.
Y'all go vibe me with this one.
We only play one song per artist in the free line.
When I took you on a date, baby, I realized I've been full of hate lately. Yeah,
it'd have to be
according
a skip
to you,
if
I
you're
don't
gonna
got
get a
moves
second
and you
one
got
played.
time for patience. But you rolling my zine, you sip my dime, and I still got you naked. So why you still lying, bitch? To all your friends and shit. Girl, all in your ass, you treated me blind, but I don't need braille for this. See, I'll just pay this bill, stay positive. Go home and smoke my weed, and you just love to stay in negative and live with overdraft fees. Keep my hands clean like Dexter's Labs, mom. Dropping all calls like you really starving for a piece. Bitch, I'm all going, no more me left. So what you gon' do next? Yeah, live that life with buddy, cause that nigga ain't got shit. Cause baby girl, up in your eyes. You really think you hit a nigga? Cause baby girl with them thighs. You think that pussy got me hooked? Why you tryna run down on me? Knowing you can't room with me. I've been through too much pain to play these games, and I respectfully. So baby, in your eyes. You really think you hit a nigga? Cause baby girl with them thighs. You think that pussy got me hooked? Why you tryna run down on me? Knowing you can't room with me. I've been through too much pain to play these games, and I respectfully. Girl, this intervention might just ruin you. Cause you a bird, bitch, and I know you done a cockatoo. I bet you truly think you put that shit on. But can you switch it up and throw them hands? I'm talking Mulan. Somebody gotta have my back, and no time for shit, got no time to sit when it get out of hand like a baseball pitch. My new shorty a vibe like Shikari. So I pull a track, you broke me hella ways, but then that tape, it always wrap me back. You say you making moves, but then you moving in. What's up with that? Never catch me slipping, bitch, I'll never be your daydream. Can't seem to get you to see what you gon' leave. High beams, I don't want nobody else to see me. When you see my hands, that's what I'm wiping. Baby, in your eyes. You really think you hit a nigga? Cause baby girl with them thighs. You think that pussy got me hooked? Why you tryna run down on me? Knowing you can't room with me. I've been through too much pain to play these games, and I respectfully. So baby, in your eyes. You really think you hit a nigga? Cause baby girl with them thighs. You think that pussy got me hooked? Why you tryna run down on me? Knowing you can't room with me. I've been through too much pain to play these games, and I respectfully. Okay, look, I just want somebody that's gon' love me like they stalking me, and learn to love me harder than Miss Parker, Mr. Ogilvy. Lay you down like jewelry, and girl, get on that bended knee and do some things that only wifey see. Are you feeling me? I just want somebody that's gon' love me like they stalking me. Learn to love us harder than Miss Parker, Mr. Ogilvy. Lay you out like jewelry, and girl, get on that bended knee. Do some things that only wifey see. Girl, are you feeling me?
This might be record of the night,
got me going
bro.
crazy like it's Big Jam. 107.5, I keep it live when I land in. Blocking any signal that can catch wind. Watch them catch hands in the daytime. Start a whole trend in your eyes. You really think you hit a nigga? Cause baby girl with them thighs. You think that pussy got me hooked? Why you tryna run down on me? Knowing you can't roll with me. I've been through too much pain to play these games, and I respectfully. So baby, in your eyes. You really think you hit a nigga? Cause baby girl with them thighs. You think that pussy got me hooked? Why you tryna run down on me? Knowing you can't roll with me. I've been through too much pain to play these games, and I respectfully.
Respectfully, I always like wanna go back, and people also like don't wanna run shit back if they think that the shit is so whack. But people also freaking know like they are crazy people who never take the pros out. I'ma run this back.
There would never be too many books, but living without the internet would suck and shit would get weird like too many cooks. If you're always getting robbed, there's too many crooks.
Living without the internet would suck and shit would get weird.
So
like
before we run things back, we always review it first, just so I can have everything freshly squeezed, you know what I'm saying, through the brain. Listen, production was freaking on point, you know, throughout this, right? You already know I love not only a good vibe, but you know, some of that live, you know, instrumentation. Every time you can make it easy for it to feel like you know, we're listening to a more or less like a live performance. You know, it's dope. The energy that you have on this record, like we feel like you feel the record. They're structured. You're talking about freaking shit. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of a storytelling, and you know, something that I feel like we could see and hear some, well, we could see some dope visuals too if you decide to do it. The other thing is 3 minutes and 48 seconds. You give us enough time to really sit with the song and, you know, and fill it out, which is always what I want, you know, from artists. And, you know, he wasn't repetitive, you know what I'm saying, throughout this, right? Again, if you do the job, it doesn't matter what time you have the record in terms of the longer, you know, records. We're going to still be in that. And the proof in the pudding is this record is 3 minutes and 48 seconds. And we're still running it back. For those that, I need to make 1 minute, a 2 minute record so people can run. No, like we will still do it. Yeah. If you make a good song, it's that simple.
Y'all go vibe me with this one. When I took you on a date, baby, I realized I've been full of hate lately. Yeah, according to you, I don't got moves and you got time for patience. But you rolling my Zion, you sip my dime, and I still got you naked. So why you still lying, bitch? To all your friends and shit. Girl, all in your ass, you treat me blind, but I don't need braille for this. See, I'll just pay this bill, stay positive. Go home and smoke my weed, and you just love to stay in negative and live with overdraft fees. Keep my hands clean like Dexter's Labs, mom. Dropping all calls like you really starving for like a piece. Bitch, I'm all going, no more me left. So what you gon' do next? Yeah, live that life with buddy, cause that nigga ain't got shit. Cause baby girl up in your eyes, you really think you hit her? Cause baby girl with them thighs, you think that pussy got me hooked? Why you tryna run down on me, knowing you can't room with me? I've been through too much pain to play these games, and I respectfully. So baby, in your eyes, you really think you hit her? Cause baby girl with them thighs, you think that pussy got me hooked? Why you tryna run down on me, knowing you can't room with me? I've been through too much pain to play these games, and I respectfully. Girl, this intervention might just ruin you, cause you a bird, bitch, and I know you done a cockatoo. I bet you truly think you put that shit on, but can you switch it up and throw them hands? I'm talking Mulan. Somebody gotta have my back, and no time for shit, got no time to sit when it get out of hand like a baseball pitch. My new shorty a vibe like Shikari, so I pull a tracks. You broke me hella ways, but then that tape, it always wrap me back. You say you making moves, but then you moving in. What's up with that? Never catch me slipping, bitch, I'll never be your daydream. Can't seem to get you to see what you gon' leave. High beams, I don't want nobody else to see me. When you see my hands, that's what I'm wiping. Baby, in your eyes, you really think you hit her? Cause baby girl with them thighs, you think that pussy got me hooked? Why you tryna run down on me, knowing you can't room with me? I've been through too much pain to play these games, and I respectfully. So baby, in your eyes, you really think you hit her? Cause baby girl with them thighs, you think that pussy got me hooked? Why you tryna run down on me, knowing you can't room with me? I've been through too much pain to play these games, and I respectfully. Okay, look, I just want somebody that's gon' love me like they stalking me, and learn to love me harder than Miss Parker, Mr. Ogilvy. Lay you down like jewelry, and girl, get on that bending knee and do some things that only wifey see. Are you feeling me? I just want somebody that's gon' love me like they stalking me. Learn to love us harder than Miss Parker, Mr. Ogilvy. Lay you out like jewelry, and girl, get on that bending knee. Do some things that only wifey see. Girl, are you feeling me? Goddamn, got me going crazy like it's Big Jam. 107.5, I keep it live when I land in. Blocking any signal that can catch wind. Watch them catch hands in the daytime. Start a whole trend in your eyes. You really think you hit her? Cause baby girl with them thighs, you think that pussy got me hooked? Why you tryna run down on me, knowing you can't room with me? I've been through too much pain to play these games, and I respectfully. So baby, in your eyes, you really think you hit her? Cause baby girl with them thighs, you think that pussy got me hooked? Why you tryna run down on me, knowing you can't room with me? I've been through too much pain to play these games, and I respectfully.
Take it 'cause your boy freaking pay. A lot of freaking zombies, nigga.
think we said what we got to freaking say overall. Great performance. Like, listen, now let's not talk about performance because like we got to see that. We got to see that actually as a live performance. Hopefully that's something you know, you'll be able to do, you know, over time. All artists, just make those plans to sort of, you know, give people that Tiny Desk version of any song that you do, right? At, you know, just different kind of locations or whatnot. If you want to do a whole like Tiny Desk scenario, right, where like you do all of the songs sort of at once and then you sort of like, you know, dib them out as kind of individual performances, like, you know, that works as well. That song, I think I'd want to do that, you know, or see that music video, you know, as well or whatnot. I mean, every song that y'all have that fits that bill, that's all I'm saying. Show that love, show that love. All right, let's jump back in one more again. Up one more pin, up one freaking more pin. All right, let's drop that.
No doubt. What's the word, Kinetic? S. Childs. No doubt. Meet me at 1 a.m. at the spot. At the rendezvous. That's the word. We're going through with the game plan. No doubt. 1:30 a.m. Let's do it. With one dart, I'm your nemesis in the dark. With one dart, on your premises never start. We're clever, smart, we the nemesis and forces. Inflicting torture, dropping flames in your lanes. With one dart, I'm your nemesis in the dark. With one dart, on your premises never start. We're clever, smart, we're the nemesis and forces. Inflicting torture, dropping flames in your lanes.
In the shadows I navigate, I calculate my fate with precision like a surgeon. I operate at a rate, I orchestrate a symphony of intellect and grit. Words sharp as a scalpel, each line perfectly fit. Creeping through the night, I'm the ghost in your mind. Crack the faces like a chemist, reactions intertwine. With the alchemy of the rhythm, I conjure up the spell. Elevating your conscience, y'all know me too well. I'm the architect of verses, design with each stanza. Navigate through your fears in the sights of bonanza. Cosmic energies collide on my lyrical domain. Elevating every thought, unraveling the mundane. Slice through the silence and echoes that reverberate. Unleashing my rhetoric, I'm the one to resonate. Like syllables, like thunder. Crack the skies with my flow. But night and dormant dreams, lighting fires the glow. No spectre in the midst of tighten of the mind. Engraved in every heartbeat, my essence intertwined. Spitting atoms of perception, I'm the catalyst for change. Daring you to question boundaries, realities rearranged. The labyrinth of thought, I guide you through the haze. Where the wisdom is a weapon, setting knowledge ablaze.
No doubt, my G brought the gasoline and the matches. No doubt. Hey yo, with one dart, I'm your nemesis in the dark. With one dart, on your premises never start. We're clever, smart, we the nemesis and forces. Inflicting torture, dropping flames in your lanes. With one dart, I'm your nemesis in the dark. With one dart, on your premises never start. We clever, smart, we the nemesis and forces. Inflicting torture, dropping flames in your lanes.
Nobody kingpin visions. In the backyard, buried the digits. In the pit bull kennels, gangsters dressed in tuxedos. My offense move better with rhythm. King of the algorithm, consistent. Kill with impulse, instant. Supreme imperial in control of the empire. Burn MCs like a Los Angeles wildfire. Groundbreaking, security tight, safe haven. Nightmare on Elm Street, West Craven. Beast mode, never fold. Street code, they using AI to steal my rhymes. Meanwhile, Solomon Child's king, and you can never clone these lines. Murder bars that'll touch your spine. Verbal pipes growl like a Porsche. Black Knight, rest in peace to the Holocaust.
With one dart, I'm your nemesis in the dark. With one dart, on your premises never start. We're clever, smart, we the nemesis and forces. Inflicting torture, dropping flames in your lanes. With one dart, I'm your nemesis in the dark. With one dart, on your premises never start. We're clever, smart, we the nemesis and forces. Inflicting torture, dropping flames in your lanes. I craft automata, poetic artillery, metaphors and bombs that shatter your symmetry. Tick-tock, counting the time bomb as my syllables explode. When I rap, you best to get up out the road. Snakes hiss when they hear this. Click-clack, my pen hits like a full Metal Gear clip. Tip-tap, I'm typing out the lyrical time bombs that detonate, echoes of war that obliterate. A wordsmith shooting words from the lip. Sonic warfare making a whole beat flip. Cymbals clash, the bass thumps when a pen touches the pad. It's kinda sad if you trap fucks, you're watching them fall from a rat-a-tat rhyme. Because every word's a bullet and every sound's a mine. Verbal assassin, this is war, time ticking. Yo, I'm at your front door, the countdown's done. Missiles of wisdom, my tongue's the gun. Bang, bang, my vowels explode. Metaphors of napalm scorching the globe. So when you hear the boom and the clap, stand tall. Verbal assassins that never fall. No doubt, Art of War, Part 3.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9,
on your premises never start. We're clever smart with the nemesis inflicting torture, dropping flames in you lanes with one dart. I'm the nemesis in the dark with one dart. On your premises never start. We're clever smart with your nemesis and forces inflicting torture, dropping flames on you lanes, 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 on you lanes.
Okay, man, so big freaking salute, man. Straight freaking hip hop 90s boom bap as always, man. You get in there and then you do that thing or whatnot, right? Always with the underground sound. It's not gonna be for everybody, right? It really depends on those that resonate with certain you know, things or whatnot. But if you're listening to this right along with a, you know, playlist of you know, others, and again in that underground theme, you guys always kind of come with it, right? So the darts of war, you know, keep it up is what I will freaking say. You know, nothing freaking too crazy. Again, it's gonna be something that certain people will probably want what you did on, you know, a slight different, you know, beat. Again, it depends on what they are individually, you know, looking for. But there'll be those who are like, nah, that shit is hard. You know, kick that in and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? I see you, my brother. Let me see what we got next up. Oh my gosh, I hate that this thing always does that. It always does. Alright, let me stop. Alright, to jump back into your mod tease to have semblance. Alright, hold on. Let's go ahead and drag and drop Coldest Heart. That is not it at all. Coldest Heart. Fez Taylor.
I got trust issues, now I don't fuck with you. You still in my presence asking what's up with you. You know my profession, I used to bust pistols. Been in the game, no referees, beneficial. You beneficial if it benefits you, yeah. We was all eating, share my dinner with you. Crime scene like she get a minstrel. Then you told on the gang how they convinced you. You a piece of shit, had me in the precinct 6. And I'm the one you will call when you need a flip. Call my lawyer up, tell the judge he can eat a dick. Bail money spent, now I need a Vic. Yeah, used to see my mans at 2-6. If I need a grip, 2-4. Murder the Ave, how I bleed the strip. In a world so cold, I was clutching on my heater while my hands froze. And I don't really know. I was caught up in the jam when my man's told. In a world so cold, I was clutching on my heater when my hands froze. And I don't really know. I was caught up in the jam when my man's told. Damn dog, you switched on me like a league trade. Grew up in the PJs, life like a speedway. Ate at my mama's crib, pops used to call you son. Should've saw it coming, I let it slide more than once. Pain that I pour in blunts, thinking we was once fam. On the other hand, he wouldn't let me slide unless the gun jam.
family divide. Guess I gotta cut family ties. Hard to speak on our disagreements, I got family pride. Broke my heart, love you like my blood, I feel broke apart. Try and bring them all with me, I was building Noah's Ark. Cold as heart, life ice skating on a frozen lake. Steph Curry fake, warriors like I'm Golden State. Loyal to my people till my soul escape. Peace to my pops, read son, tell him hold the case. I turn my back on my brother, he tried to blind me. So nobody ever sit in the car seat behind me. In a world so cold, I was clutching on my heater while my hands froze. And I don't really know, I was caught up in the jam when my man's told. In a world so cold, I was clutching on my heater when my hands froze. And I don't really know, I was caught up in the gym when my man's told.
When it was a freaking cold and you don't got a jacket, you always gotta figure out how to get on a bracket with all the freaking people who don't even know if they rapping for real or freaking they don't even know if they need to go back in and write something even doper. People also know that I wanna freaking tell y'all that I'm finna post them. Alright, coldest heart. Thanks, Taylor, man. I like that beat. Chorus slightly freaking
Great
catchy.
news, Spectrum Internet customer.
Oh my gosh. Chorus slightly catchy, you know what I'm saying, grows on you. You actually get in there, you know, talk your shit, makes it freaking clean. Also, very much, you know what I'm saying, hip hop as well. And, you know, I've always seen and heard consistency from, you know, Fez Taylor and, what was that? There's someone throwing either gunshots or people is randomly doing fireworks outside. But I'm gonna go gunshots because we're, you know what I'm saying, we're close. Let's, no, not gunshots. I mean fireworks. Yeah, not bad though in terms of that, and you already know I want to see a music video to that, of course, if you are up for it. Most cases, you guys, you know, we'll just do these songs, but like I'm saying, I think we got to go to, I think in this era, I really want artists to get into, you know, just essentially making whatever we do like worth the money that we want people to spend on us, right? You know, it makes no sense that you're wanting to be paid more in most occasions and yet you make less song in, you know, other times. So just putting in that work will always, you know, make people feel like you are way more of an artist and, you know, taking this a little bit more serious. We see we got Just Practice. We're already rich. Dash up right now. Appreciate the likes. Was that becoming something else? I'm about to go when it's just practice. Like become that a leaf or a crown? Appreciate that. Don't mumble rap through this. Don't mumble rap. I'm about to go when it's just practice. Talk to mercy and I'm a preach like a champion. Shaking on hands, I ain't doing no that. I'm always in black like I'm back. Don't do it. They died me and my bitch brother. I know I just hit a lick in her slippers. Try to the year till November, December. Can I slow down this shit getting bigger? Come and let baby get lit like a swisher. I'm smacking plays, I don't need a picture. I get up closer so they get the picture. I'm a short man, but I'm standing on business. Tryna break records, ain't talking about Guinness. Talk the most high and I ask for forgiveness. If you ain't all in, you ain't really with it. Go grab that tissue on them, I've been shitting. Yeah. Go on, beat. Hey, fuck with that man, ride on the wave. I live it, I ain't stuck in my way. Got a daughter on the way. Okay, listen, I really want you guys to change certain things, right?
Seriously feel like I'm trapped in the matrix, cause nothing feels real like a basket of fake shit. If you ain't got skills,
if y'all fuck with that song, by all means.
They said if you like old school rap, then you ain't
speak your piece.
I really feel like I'm trapped in the matrix, cause nothing feels real like a basket of fake shit. If you ain't got skills,
yo,
rap, then you ain't shit.
Check, yo, hey, check. Listen, so here's the thing, right? I mean, most people really don't like mumble rap, to begin with, right? And that's really, mostly when an artist essentially, I mean, there's a few different things, right? Because after a little bit, I could understand, what you were saying. It wasn't everything, but at first, you sort of had a little bit of that thing. And you guys will sort of purposely like slow your words sometimes and not really try to make the best, performance in certain aspects, right? The other thing is sort of like punching in, every bar. It makes certain people, me included, like kind of like it. The more punch-ins I hear, the less I end up liking it. It's sort of slowly just starts going down. You lose points the more that I basically feel like you weren't prepared to actually perform the record, right? I know, trust me, okay? I know we're in a different era. We're in a different era where artists do things differently. People accept, different things. But we're also losing everything on all sides. People are stopping. People are no longer really wanting to go to see you guys perform live because you aren't really giving them real performances, right? If you're rapping to your song with the vocals playing in most occasions, like we talk about that often, it makes people feel like they're just watching you do karaoke of your own song. And in most cases, right, you guys, because you either freestyle your records or you punch in so much, you don't do the work of actually learning the song, right, to the point where you could perform it with just a beat or a band playing the instrumental and stuff like that. And then we'll see you like, oh, he stopped rapping right there, he starts doing some dance. Like, we'll see right through everything that artists try to do, but it doesn't make you want to go back out and see that artist live anymore, right? Because you basically feel like if you're seeing one, you're seeing all of the experiences you're gonna get, because they're not taking that extra mile to go there. But it starts in the record itself, right? Offbeat, that part too. A lot of you guys, I know it's a style figuring as well. I've never liked a song more because of an artist rapping a little bit faster, than the beat. And in most cases, it feels like an unprofessional situation that's happening. It feels like you don't know that you're going off beat, and that it just, like in this case, if you guys were listening with me, it felt like he kept going more and more and more off beat, to where it's like, yo, like at what point do you have, a limit of, what you're gonna do, and or just even like, who is that? Or even the punch-in aspect, who does that really impress? Who actually likes it more when artists do that, right? If Tech 9 or Busta Rhymes did it, you guys would have a field day with them. Their shit wouldn't sound as dope, because they literally not only rap fast, but they have to get in there on those pockets, like literally, right? So just imagine that, really. Just imagine them not being prepared, doing the same things that a lot of you guys are doing. Like, you guys are, kind of getting away with certain things, but I think we have to hold each other accountable if we want our fans to spend money on us, period. That's the only thing you have to look at, right? If you want your favorite artist to hear your song and share it, want to get on it, acknowledge you at all, right? You have to sort of impress them in the best ways possible, and we appreciate the work that y'all are willing to do. Not everybody's willing to do it. We understand that. I just want y'all to speak up anytime y'all feel like, man. I wanted to do a reaction earlier today. I was on IG for a bit, and I came across this, like, she almost seemed like she was gonna be a decent female, rapper. I don't remember her name, but like I didn't want to follow her or nothing. It was just everything that I saw in her timeline was just, it was horrible, man. And I couldn't understand, just like, in some cases, again, even as the engineer, I'm that stubborn, where if I feel like you definitely could do it better, like what are you doing? I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna try to inspire you to want you to give a better, because when you leave the studio, right? When you leave the studio and then go try to send that record out there and try to get signed or try to send it to DJ, my name's on it too, essentially, right? You know what I mean? Like I'm basically giving the go ahead and stuff like that. I am not someone who's just gonna hit record, let you do whatever, and then, you know what I mean? Like if anything, I'll let you do it your way. Then I'll be like, all right, let's do another take, go over here or whatnot. We'll do 2 different versions and you can sort of compare and contrast and let people freaking decide, right, which one is better. But in every case, man, I'm gonna make sure that you're standing on your own 2 feet. If there's anything that people are gonna dock you for point wise, if it's going off beat, if it's not making sense, if it's feeling like you freestyled the record, if it's maybe you didn't rap on an original beat or something like that, there's so many things that just simply need that little extra you know, change, and that's it. Appreciate the likes and comments over here, Joseph. Thank you. Let's jump back in the free line real quick. Let me see. We got a JoJo and Lambert geeked up. Is it JoJo featuring Lamont geeked up? And it's a wave. Give me a second to download. That.
Alright.
Tell me why you geeked up, put on any beat, bruh. I don't need a feature, but it's nice to meet ya. I've been running bleacher, cooler, got your feet up. Pussy, put your hands down, pick the fucking heat up. And we around the same age, but we ain't seen the same days. Tell me what you know about your mother struggle with financial aid, and what you know about your auntie hustling, trying to duck the J. These niggas sipping, tussin' with the Sprite, they still know it's fake. Hey, I was sitting out there on the stoop, while they on the vein, and they gon' let me ride around in the coupe like me overpaid. Don't tell me why you geeked up, made it from the feet up. I don't need no feature, yo bitch tryna geek some. I'm just tryna see some. Grammy know I'm #1, so I don't need no fucking Grammy. I just need my fucking gun. Ain't nothing you can say gon' make me switch. My brother be talking like he gon' blame me. I spoke my brother can't face the family. But his head ain't never been right since.
It's an entry. Maybe that was for something else.
The way different. At a fact, I'm about to go and lay in this freaking shit. I don't know what is happening, but a lot of freaking times people be like, hey, you do this every day, nigga? I'm like, yes, and every single day it's a freaking thing, like where you just wanna like go and lay sit up. You don't even know what the heck I'm gonna say, but freaking little with the situation when I say it's good. What I say, I don't know, man, I mumbled it. I had the ball up in my hand, but then suddenly fumbled it. People also like, I don't know what the heck to do. I'm gonna go real freaking quick with this music and then I'll run with it. I also be trying to chase some shit fast. I don't wanna like really rap to this because I'm so ass, and I'll ask like every question. People also know that like if you up in school, you're gonna learn like every lesson if you pay your freaking attention. I like the vibes. This beat freaking that you got on is freaking cool, and I'm thinking that you slide. This shit, man, survive. Freaking there's lots of people that play video games till they die, have no more lives. There's no working way for you to restart. People be like, hey, Dorky, you a retard. Freaking, you can't even say the word today, cause people also figure out every single word they say. Freaking that is offensive. People are also asking who the fuck even sent this. Rent it for 5 freaking weeks, man. I had some one songs that I wasn't feeling like what you said, so I vented. 50 Cent is cool cause he can make a song or do a freaking show, and like me and him get along, and like me along is cool. You know what, I'm about to tell you shit, but people also like don't even know what a jellyfish feels like.
So is it supposed to be like an open verse kind of situation, or are you like are you also finishing the whole
beat, but I don't need a feature.
song?
But it's nice to meet ya. I've been running bleacher. Cool, got your feet up. Pussy, put your hands down. Get the fucking heat up. And we all around the same age, but we ain't seen the same days. Tell me what you know about your mother struggling with financial aid, and what you know about your auntie hustling, trying to duck the J's. These niggas sipping, tussing with the Sprite. They so know it's fake. I was sitting out there on the stoop while they home invade, and they gon' let me ride around in the coupe. Like
Okay,
you
so
overpaid. Don't tell me why you geeked up.
that was probably the main critique, was just like the layers that sort of like came through or whatnot. If it's the chorus, it's fine, you know what I'm saying? But when it comes to verses and layers, are usually like ins and outs. I liked what you freaking did. It had a decent overall, you know, mix and sort of clarity to it. So if it's something that is and will be, you know, finished eventually, you know, I can't wait to hear what is done with that, whether you get a feature or do it all yourself. I will always recommend, because, you know, like, I appreciate when producers allow us to, you know, have again 3 minutes and 37 seconds. We appreciate that, right? Because at least it gives you the option to want to make a full song or get the features that will, you know, fill it out in the right way. And so, you know, fill it out if you freaking can or whatnot, right? Shorten it if you can't, but always think about the feature aspect. And again, I said earlier, man, the best way to do features these days is the sort of open verse challenge, you know, TikTok, IG, YouTube kind of scenario or whatnot, right? You do a little bit of your part, have that open verse there, and then, you know, just nod your head like you can, like, pretend you can hear what we doing, and it's some dope shit, right? Put those videos out, let people duet with them, right? And I'm telling you, right, you're gonna get that good mixture of those who are either, you know, freestyling or straight up they're gonna write some, you know, professional shit. They're gonna even do maybe a professional kind of visual to it or whatnot. You then do actual reactions to those artists, and, you know, you'll just rack up a lot of different, you know, views or whatnot, and for many different reasons or whatnot, right? We all like a good challenge. We all love to be a part of something. If you have just trickle it down like this, right? So let's say you do the open verse, you actually perform that, what we just heard, and then put that out as the sort of freaking thing or whatnot, right? If I then see that, like it, do mine, you know, I've seen it, so you got to see the view from me. I then sort of duet with it. My audience then sees it. Anyone in my audience who's also an artist, you know, enters and, you know, wants to do their sort of like duet. It trickles down, but everybody gets to go back to your original post to, you know, essentially get that play, do the sort of, you know, duet situation, and all of them are letting their own individual audiences see it. It's literally the closest thing to like someone reposting your content on their, you know, their pages, essentially, right? Which sometimes people want to try to get you to pay them to do that, or they're just very, you know what I'm saying, wary unless they are really feeling it, right? But if you get them a part of it, right, everybody's getting that exposure at the same time. And then if you do the reactions yourself as well to those people who entered it, right, sort of like meta, you know, bring it all back around, I think more people will also enter because they'll see, you know, that you're paying attention to what they're doing as well. So yep, there's that. Hey, that's why I do the show. I figured, you know, like at times you know, I don't always have the time to sort of like cut these segments into things, but I always figure like, you know, come to the show, right? And if I hear something, pretty much I'll always, you know, say something. I'm always full of, you know, many bits of information and ideas. and different things make me sort of have those different conversations. So come through, send your records, you know, and, you know, take that information, you know, with you. Share that yourself as well, man, because again, it's something I've never gotten tired of seeing people do that, even when it's the producer themselves, right? The producer sort of does the thing, they sort of leave it out there. In my mind, especially if it's a really dope beat, right, you always want to be that first artist to sort of like do something really dope and then, you know, put out that post, and you hope like the producer's gonna see it, you hope the, you know, the people, you know, resonate, and that it gets, you know, bigger. And often I've seen those situations turn from the producer uploading the beat, the artist, you know, duetting with the beat itself, then the producer linking up with the artist, them actually doing the music video very professionally, and, you know, you literally get to see it come to life. So that's a little bit of a part of the story too. Alright, this is Buckshot with Uncle Joe. Uncle Joe, I don't even know where to go. You know I can flow, yeah. I don't even know what the hell to do. Unbelievable if I ever prove. Nah. Uncle Joe. Yeah, the beat is called Uncle Joe. Matter of fact, you know what, man, I'm gonna go slow. Or if I do a video, it's gonna be on a whole GoPro. People like, I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do, but you know what, you got no fro, but you got a hat on. People like, what the hell happened to drag on? I don't know. I just wanna go and take a photo of yo ho naked. People also like, you don't know where you gon' take this. I'm sensitive like some bacon. I also wanna break it in all kinds of corners. And in fact, you know, in arcades you gotta have all kinds of quarters and tokens, so you could go into every game. And shout out to every chick who let them say my name. Wait, what? I am so confused. I don't know what I'ma do, but you know that this is music. Also, you know that you suck. People like, you don't know what the heck to do, but you cool, freaking you too. Like Luda, Chris, like randomly just saying names. People like, there's no way that I'm freaking trying to spray the flames around. And people know that I could raise the ground. And people know that they profound. They don't know if they saying crowns or... I like it.
Hey, if your mama does not house you.
Back in it, matter of fact, in it, back in it, getting gas, in it, getting gas, in it, when the gas, when I'm getting gas, in it, back in it, getting gas, in it, when the gas. Yeah, you actually say something dope in there like that. Ludacris med som motivation. It's 100% feels like a Ludacris and like SZA, right? Ludacris and SZA. Listen, I'm a type of fool to go and get your sister. Listen, it's a twister. You just need to make sure freaking like it. You don't like this shit, the nigga give up. You don't even think I got the hiccups, but there's a lot of things that I talk about you don't pick up, and people need to make sure in every game that they pick us, cause there's a lot of things on my mind that I'm talking about. All of your times when your chick a whine like about. Let me stop. I think we got what we got. I think Ludacris is you know what I'm saying, something along that lines for freaking sure. You know, beat itself, you know, sounds decent. I like the sample, drums and everything, you know what I'm saying, hit clean. Let me think about this real quick too. there probably is a small amount of mix work that does need to be done in the 808 section or whatnot, right? Always make sure that you get that balance so that certain things aren't a little bit too much, right? If you do it right, we'll be able to hear it. Still think it's dope, all that good stuff. But structure is decent. Also, thank you for giving us at least 4 minutes as always. Let's see what we got. Dr. Stan with the downslide.
Back-breaking, we don't need no fakes, but it'll see the work, did it taste. Trying to make it and it's always high stakes, but I've been taking my time and never hit the brakes. Word. It's enslavement, my bones in the pavement, just for some change shit. I want a milli, but my statements looking hella vacant. They just take it. So it's really time to adjust. Time for the funds, time to just run it up. Time for too much, time for enough. Time to call they bluff. Tough what I want, call it the touch, but it is not enough. Do what I can, put in work, but it is all for what? You can catch me on the downslide. I be heading up in the wild, chilling over key. Catch me on the downslide. I be heading up in the wild, chilling over key. Catch me on the downslide. I be heading up in the wild, chilling over key. You can catch me on the downslide. I be heading up in the wild, chilling over key. Catch me in the nosebleeds, doing what I can to bring the whole team. Everybody here wanna bone me. Man, I run around like a golf league. I go for gold, it's whatever floats the boat. Want 'em, all they hear it coast to coast. I don't know, but now you know. The boy saying, well, he is the golden goal. Visualize the growth, I ain't want to glow, but I ain't sinking. High up on the boat, call me Pal Capone. I know what I'm on, she followed the cologne. Right up to the room, then we start. Taking our time, ain't never hit the brakes. Hitting it right, I don't make mistakes. Only the lights on my dinner plate. I said only the lights on my dinner plate. Catch me on the downslide. I be heading up in the wild, chilling over key. Catch me on the downslide. I be heading up in the wild, chilling over. You can catch me on the downslide. You know I be heading up in the wild, chilling over. You can catch me on the downslide. But you know I be heading up in the wild, chilling over.
Members of our core team online, as well as some other observers and operators of terminals and basically she's. We won't introduce online in the interest of time, getting you through your presentation.
I don't know what they were gonna say. Not bad. That was Catch Me on the Downslide by Dr. Stan. 2 minutes and 40 seconds. I appreciate the overall time that you spent in it or whatnot, right? There's always that part of me that wants to get to at least a 3 minute, but close enough, right? As long as we see, the artistry, right? And what is the artistry essentially that I'm talking about, right? Simply making sure that you have at the very least 2 to 3 verses, a chorus, right? A chorus is very important on most songs, because even though, all you need for some people is the demonstration that you can, rap at all, the chorus is that thing that will remind people about what the song title is, or, what it's about, what I'm saying, vaguely, or just, it's that catchy thing that you can play throughout a song a couple of times that people will be reminded of or whatnot. Even now you can catch me on the downslide, like, if I'm trying to remind you guys about a song we played earlier, all I gotta do is go through that. The verses, people will remember more in that just the more they actually listen to it and you know, just become akin to it, right? Watch you do live performances, or they hear it over and over on the radio. That's what the radio would basically, you know, do. Like, if they were smart with marketing, when there was a song they really wanted to be out there, they would make sure that it would get in your face, and that it would, you know, play a good amount of times on the radio. You'd have the video to also, you know, have that sort of spot as well. Because when you hear it a good amount of times, right, you start actually knowing what the song, you know, it is. You start knowing the words, you know what I'm saying, a little bit. And I would just kind of, like, there was a time where it honestly felt like every song on the radio was dope. Like, the industry had the world's best interests at heart with every genre. Like, there wasn't a bad artist that, you know, we sort of found that came across. Everyone felt like they deserved their, you know, record deal. These days, right, it's a little bit freaking different. It doesn't feel like everyone is very, you know, deserving of it. You often find yourself asking how certain people even, you know, got as far as they did. It feels like they're plants and different stuff like that. But, you know, just do the job as an artist. That's all anyone asks for, and then you're good. Let me see. I think we'll probably cut the stream for freaking now. We'll probably come back in a few hours or tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? We'll see what's up. I was contemplating whether or not I was gonna try to game on stream and see if that would even work or whatnot, but I have to get things proper with each platform first and stuff like that, but we'll see what's up. Plus, I do gotta work on a mix, so I'll probably do that before you know, tomorrow. We'll see what's up. But yeah, we'll try to stream in the morning, so tap in and follow us on all platforms, and we will see you guys when we see you.
Bro, it's 2 in the morning, fell asleep and I'm yawning. Waking up on the lawn, I'm seeing blue and orange. People follow me to school and copy me until I stopped and put my music on. I'm just crawling like a zombie, gnawing on a Nazi, probably in his uniform. Born